everyone. If you can start gathering around. I just want to say hi. Thank you guys all so much for coming out and running the Hudson Relays. I've planned this event for 3 years now, so it's been really exciting to see familiar faces come back. Yeah, so thank you. So we're gonna get started in a little bit. We're gonna have VP of Student Affairs Peter Whiting talk, and then President Kaler talk a little bit. So if you're not running or you're just waiting for your leg, there is Jolly Scholar. There's a little watch party. There's food, drinks, all just free of charge. And then later we're gonna have food. We're gonna have food again here. We're gonna have a few restaurants. I just want to thank everybody for their hard work, and thank you for Pep Band for coming and just performing for us for a little bit. Thank you to all the volunteers for coming out and helping us run this event. Thank you to all of COC for helping plan this event. Thank you to Mark Hartman for being really supportive in this. And yeah, thank you. Okay. Yay, thank you. Okay, now VP Whiting is gonna talk.
Can everybody hear me? Good. All right. Well, welcome, Hudson Relay teams, guests, spectators. For those of you who are watching on the live stream, you should be here because Cleveland is gorgeous. The Hudson Relay closes out the Legacy Week, so it's a year of celebrating our long valued, wonderful history. I first want to thank Brianna, who is this year's Hudson Relay organizer, Mark Hartman, who does it all, and the entire class officers collective. Thank you very much. It takes a lot of people to make this come off, so thank you to all those people. All right, I'm really excited to see so many of you. There's a lot of you. Each of our classes is represented, as well as our graduate students and alumni. Go alumni. So really, the Hudson Relay is one of our oldest traditions. It really does also help strengthen our community. Having long-term traditions, well-valued traditions is really important to our university, to our faculty, to our staff, and to the broader community. It honors the history of the university, where it comes from, and it also fosters pride among our community members. So we appreciate that. It also brings the alums back to campus. So thank you very much. As we approach the start of the Hudson Relays, it's also a chance for the students to let off a little steam, have some fun before settling down for the last few days of the semester. Although you're here for your education, you're here to make friends, develop your own traditions. So thank you for being here. Go teams. I'm now able to introduce President Eric Kaler.
Thank you, Peter, and welcome everybody. Good morning, runners. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is a terrific tradition. As you know, it dates back to 1910, 114 years of tradition, and it commemorates the move in 1882 of our campus from Hudson, Ohio, which is conveniently 26 miles away, to University Circle. We've got a team from each undergraduate class and the graduate student team and an alumni team. Now, last year, the class of 2026 won. Who's it going to be this year? Nobody? How about 24? 25? 26? 27? Graduates? Alumni? Wow, the dark horse bet here is the alumni. If you're on FanDuel, you could put that down. This is a terrific opportunity for us to celebrate this tradition. I hope you all have a terrific time. And as a friendly reminder, if a team wins 4 years in a row, I provide a steak dinner and champagne. How's that for motivation for the class of 26? Now, it's harder than it sounds. Our records show that only 3 classes in the history of this race have done that. So, good luck. Each year we get a letter from Western Reserve Academy in Hudson, our sister school, celebrating this event with us, and I'll read briefly. She says, "It is with joy I write in celebration of the relationship between Case Western Reserve University and Western Reserve Academy. Founded together in 1826, our institutions share much in common, including a rich and vibrant history. Much excitement is on our shared horizon, but for now we extend congratulations on this day of the relay. May each runner be fleet of foot and light in heart." And that's my hope for you too. Good luck to all our runners. Let me turn it back to Brianna.
Thank you. Okay, guys. So once again, thank you guys for all coming. If you want to just chill, you can go to Jolly or you can hang out here. But we're gonna get the race started. So can we have all of the first few legs? You guys can start going to your positions. If you don't remember where your position is, just stop at one of the tables. Somebody can tell you where you're supposed to be placed. For the starter, so for the undergrads, there's the faculty runner, and then alumni and grad have their first runners. So if you guys can start in the middle, just stand in like the middle gray circle. If you're not running right now and you should be at your position, you should start heading to your position. If you're not going anywhere, please migrate off the path. Clear it out, please.
Good morning and welcome to the 115th annual Hudson Relays. We are so excited to have you with us today for race number 115 and broadcast number 8. My name's Alex Gould, crew alum, class of 2022, and this will be my 6th year announcing the relays. Excited to have you all with me. Joining me today, superstar junior here at Case, Io Akande. She's a double major, quadruple minor. I can hype you up. I can do that. So, Io, welcome into the show for our 2nd year announcing together. So excited to have you with me.
So excited to be working with you again, Alex.
How are you feeling for your 3rd race as a student here?
I'm feeling really excited. I'm a part of the class officer collective, so I've also been a part of the planning committee. We've put in a lot of work. We've put in a lot of outreach, so I'm excited for the students to be out there running. And per my own bias, go class of 2025. We got this in the bag this year for sure.
Love it, love it, love it. Class of 2025 looking to stop the sophomores from winning 2 in a row.
Yes, they're not running it back this year. We're running it first. Running it first for sure.
Sophomore class, obviously, it's rare sometimes when you see a first-year class win and all of a sudden you start to think rewards. You get a burger and beer dinner for winning 3 years in a row for the whole class, 4 years in a row, steak and champagne dinner, as President Kaler said, for the entire class. The motivation is there.
Yeah, but that's out of the picture for us, so I feel like the next best thing that we can do is ensure that nobody else can get that if that's what's in our way, leave a legacy as we're leaving. We haven't won any relays, but this year, when you look at the back of our shirts and you realize because you're reading it you're slow, we got it in the bag for sure.
Oh, you're all in for your class.
I am.
You see, I was always all in for my class, and now it's the alumni. We're not quite as strong as the classes are.
I really feel like they got it too. I feel like there's going to be some effort. You have all runners for each leg. Everybody's very, very excited. The amount of input we got from the grad students and the alumni was really, really good this year. So I'm really confident in both teams. I'm confident in all teams, honestly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Incoming COC president. You're giving the right answers
here.
Oh my God,
thank you guys.
What's interesting too, as you say, Ed, is we're this year celebrating the 50th anniversary. It's the 50th anniversary of the alumni team winning their first race. So we're coming back this year. We're coming back.
That's great. Yeah,
Isn't that awesome?
In the bag. I believe in you guys.
I know.
2nd to 2025, of course. But yeah.
We'll take it. 1974, the first race the alumni ever won. So maybe this is our time.
That's amazing.
You're going to see me losing my mind if we win this year. It's amazing. It's amazing. So what we're going to do now before the race begins is run you through a little bit of the logistics, just so you know everything going on, all the details about the race. So first off, let's talk about the different classes. So there's going to be 6. First years, sophomores, juniors, seniors, graduate students, and alumni. The first years are going to be in pink, sophomores in red, juniors in green, seniors in light blue, grads in orange, and then the alumni in navy blue. Each class has a slogan as well you're going to see in the back. So it's something that's supposed to represent how they're feeling entering the race. First years, too lit, #big step up. That's
Big step up. Big step up.
When you told me that before the show, that was when I freaked out about how much I've aged. Oh my gosh.
No, me too, guys. I don't really get it, but I believe I see their vision. I see their vision.
You know what? They tried.
They tried.
They tried.
They really tried.
Yeah, they tried. Sophomores, running it back. They're hoping to run it back for year 2 and be 1 year away from the Burger and Beer Dinner Award.
We'll see about that.
If the juniors have anything to say about it, that might not happen. Juniors, if you're reading this, you're slow. Obviously, shirts have the slogans on the back, so that's why they want to make sure nobody's reading it. Or I guess they want people to read it, really. They want them to be slow. But seniors, last year, fast year, hoping to make a statement as they leave the university. Graduate students running from our student loans, and then alumni, no slogan for them. What do you think about the slogans?
You can give them an honorary slogan.
Thank you.
Yes, give us an honorary alumni slogan. What do you have on the spot?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Not that old.
Okay.
We're not that old.
Not that old.
Don't count us out.
Don't count. I feel like that's a good one.
Actually, maybe that
not
one's
that
even
old.
better.
Comment. Don't count us out.
Yeah.
It's a double. Yeah, alumni. Here you have it. Alex Gold.
Are we able to see
with their
on the
slogan.
screen, like what's going on? Because right now it's just black.
But yeah, for the slogans, I do think that the second years have the best slogan, gonna be honest. But I really think that the juniors are the most creative with the slogan, just because, it's like,
You're not
if
biased.
you read it, it's not biased. It's totally honest, guys. I'm being very, very true to myself. I will say that the sophomores have the best one, but the juniors have a really good one as well.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
I don't really get the first year one, so if somebody wants to
Yeah.
explain to me what that means, I don't think I'm old. I know I'm not old. I just
You're
don't
not.
get it. So
I read that and it was like a foreign language.
I just don't get it.
Oh my gosh.
I just don't get it, but it's
Regardless, we're so excited for the race. It's amazing. 115-year tradition. This is the oldest program tradition in campus history. The Hudson Relays. Both of us are so excited to be with you. So we're going to run you through the route now. The race is starting relatively soon here.
At 10 o'clock, guys.
10 o'clock, exactly. So let's run you through what all the runners are going to be doing. They're going to start at the rock next to Adelbert Hall in the South Quad. In the original Hudson Relays, the race was ran 26 miles from Hudson, Ohio to that exact rock. So where the race always ended is nowadays where the race both starts and ends. Interestingly as well, the race was always 26 miles, and for the sake of history, we still say it's 26. However, it has been reduced to 24.5 miles as of 2003, just so the campus could be fully involved and the route could go through North Residential Village. So to be able to include the north part of campus, the total amount of mileage was slightly reduced. Anyways, I'm jumping ahead here. So after they start at the rock next to Adelbert Hall, they're going to be running next to Fribley near the bottom of the Elephant Stairs, have a tough leg up the stairs through Carlton Commons at the top. Then they'll go to the top of Edge Hill at Overlook, down and around Little Italy towards the Art Studio, back towards the corner of Euclid and Adelbert, and then to the Peter B. Lewis building. After that, they'll be running around North Residential Village. They'll go through the southeastern edge on Juniper Road. They'll go through Pierce House. They're going to make their way all the way around back to the Mather Quad and Clark Hall. And then that last leg of each lap will be from Clark Hall to the Rock. That'll be done 5 times in total for a total of 24.5 miles. Interesting to note as well is there is a last runner after lap 5 that starts at the Rock and goes around the quad and back. Typically, that runner is the class president of their respective class, or it also can be a team captain. And then the final time will be marked when that team captain goes around the quad and back. In terms of timing, here's what we're looking at. Winning pace. Winning pace is about 5.3 minute per mile average, or 26 minutes per lap. So a pretty solid pace overall. Every team has 50 different runners on it on this year, so shout out to the COCIO for the recruitment.
Honestly, we put in a lot of work. And
Did you?
We send a lot of annoying emails. I know that for a fact because I was getting the emails too. But I feel like a lot of people this year are showing a lot of spirit, a lot of engagement, and they're actually really interested in the Hudson Relays. Also, the freshman class especially. And shout out to the freshman class officers. They've been doing a lot of great programming, getting their class involved all year. So it's been really, really good in terms of getting people to join COC's efforts for Hudson Relays this year.
That's awesome to see because, when I started announcing, I would say the event was big, but it wasn't maybe at the scale it was now. And then COVID kind of,
set it back.
Yeah, a little bit.
For sure.
I felt like last year was the first year where it was like, wow, we are
was
back
there.
and bigger than
Yeah.
ever.
I
And
agree.
It seems like is this year maybe it's even expanded on where we were at the year before.
I think so, because we've kind of like been trying to combat the lack of participation that COVID brought around on campus, and I think that with this new class coming in, they've really helped us like push participation and active involvement in like programming for organizations, and not just COC, for USG, UDC, UPB. There's just been a lot of engagement on campus all around. So I'm glad that they're giving the same effort for Hudson's, because I know it's early in the morning. So shout out to all the runners that were able to sign up and make it here this early. We're really grateful and appreciative of you all.
Amazing. That's amazing. I think this is a really special time on campus, given that we're looking at so much happening, right? There's finals, there's a lot, but still, this culminates Legacy Week. After Legacy Week is culminated, there's this event with Hudson Relays, and then right after Spring Fest.
Yeah.
In all the busyness, all the hubbub, this is still a time to come like together,
Yeah.
which is awesome. What else can you ask for? That's great. But here's what the timing we're looking at is. Target time, I'd say, of about 2 hours and 10 minutes total. Last year's winners were the first years. They took 2 hours 13, which I would say is actually a little bit slow. The year before was 2 hours and 5 minutes. And most interestingly, the first ever race in 1910, that was longer than the current race. The winning team only needed 2 hours and 1 minute. Granted, isn't that fast?
That's really fast.
There was some cheating in early years, though, which we'll dive into that more throughout the broadcast. So who knows if that winning team fudged things a little bit. But that is the technical time. So according to the technical times, we've all gotten slower.
That's fair. That's fair.
But again, looking at about 2 hours, 10 minutes. Last year, we said it before, the first year's won. They're going to run it back
Run it back.
here in year two. Aya, what do you think their chances are?
They have a fighting chance. I will give them that. I will give them that they have a fighting chance. They have a great team
guys,
captain
so
who
we're
is
gonna
very
start
excited
in a
to,
little
you know,
bit. So
run
if
that
you're
last
on the
lap
clock,
in the
please
president's
be
lap
here
and bring them the victory. But I also believe that our team captain, who is subbing in for me, Cindy, shout out to you, Cindy, is also bringing a very fierce outlook on the last lap. And I believe in her to do it. I believe in her to do it for us. I think she can really bring it home this time. We're going to have our year etched into that rock at least once before we graduate. It would be nice to win one race before we graduate. You
That's
know?
fair.
So we'll see.
You want to be engraved in there.
We'll see.
You
we'll
want
see,
to
we'll
be
see.
memorialized. For those who don't know, though the big target is that either burger beer dinner or steak and champagne dinner, every year for winning there is a reward that Io just said. The winning team will have their class year engraved in the Hudson Relays rock near Adelbert Hall.
Yeah. Right now, I'm really thinking about the runner that's going to run from the top of Edge Hill at Overlook to the art studio. I feel like that's a really stressful leg. Like,
Okay, guys, get
Yes.
hyped.
you know,
Woo!
Oh, let's take a look here. It looks like the race is about to begin. You're looking at the classes. I said earlier, grad students in orange and green. We'll have the junior class in red. We will have,
we're going.
wow, look at this, an early start.
And
The
we're
race has
going.
begun a couple minutes before the scheduled time. We are underway. The 115th annual Hudson Relays have officially begun. Broadcast year number 8. We are so excited to bring it to you this year. We are going bigger and better than ever production-wise as well. This is a new camera angle so you can see running through the quad here. We also have more camera positions than ever before. This is a 12-camera show with a crew of 17 folks to make it happen. So thank you all on the Media Vision side for allowing this race to happen. We are so excited to be with you for the next couple of hours for the 2024 Hudson Relays. Now, as we're beginning here, we're taking a look at the runners who are going across the quad and down to Fribley.
And right now, I believe we have the staff runners for each year. Representing the first years, we have Professor Jeremy Bendick-Kamer. And for the second years, we have Fritz Peterson. For the juniors, I woke up this morning and I did not believe that we had a faculty runner. And we did not. So I am not sure who is currently running for the junior class, but we sincerely appreciate you. Thank you. I see them in the green shirt and the neon shorts, and they're actually doing pretty okay. They're doing pretty good. I'm proud. For the senior class, we have the one and the only Drew Meyer running for the seniors. And running the first leg for the graduate students is Daniel Radigan. He was a NCAA D1 soccer player for Duquesne University. And for the alumni, we have Timothy Woodridge running the first leg. And I do believe...
Look at this. You're seeing the runners cross the bridge here now. Slowly closing in on finishing that first leg, which is very exciting. Again, as a reminder, first years in pink, sophomores in red, juniors in green, seniors in light blue, grads in orange, and the alumni in navy blue. Additionally, throughout the day in the broadcast, I mentioned how many cameras there are. You're not only going to be stuck with us as well. We also have 3 student interviewers throughout the day. We have Alicia Azap, Jared Zulig, and Sedona Jolly. The 3 of them will be in the field interviewing staff members, faculty, volunteers, and runners to get you that hands-on look at what's happening throughout campus today. Here in the lead, you have the orange and the green. Interesting to see orange, that's the grad students. Generally speaking, the grad students are at the bottom of the pack. Year over year, they're generally ones that finish last. You love to see an encouraging early start as well. Here we are, another nice camera angle on the south side of campus. And you're looking at the bottom of the elephant stairs, a tough leg coming up. This year, of course, the first years are vying to run it back. The other class is trying to put an end to it. We are at the 50-year anniversary of the alumni class winning their first race, so fingers crossed us alumni can do it again on the 50-year anniversary.
Okay, now we're in the second leg of the race.
We are. Tough leg here.
Pink walking, not running anymore. Okay. Okay.
And we're looking here. This is the
sophomore,
junior class. By Carlton Comments, looking like they have an early lead.
Looks like it. James Bish. James Bish is running for us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you and your efforts. Oh, he checks his time.
Love that.
He's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. I don't see anyone else near him.
Love it, love it.
Hope he can keep a steady pace and not get tired too quickly. Also, shout out to Media Vision for being able to capture this. Honestly, this is commitment. This is real.
It's very impressive. I know Media Vision says it's one of their bigger events of the year, and it takes a lot to make this happen.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, just the number of crew members, the number of how much you have
cameras,
to teach students, the number of cameras,
the number of volunteers to set this up, the time it takes, commitment.
It's impressive.
And all the new angles they were able to capture this year. Also very,
Yes.
very grateful for that. Kind of keeps us in the loop. You know, we're not in the race. We're not watching it, you know, live. So this is helpful to see.
It really is. We have 4 different cameras from Tank pointing in all directions. One at Delbert on top, one on the Glennon roof. And this is new, and that's what we were looking at earlier to see the quad and Van Horn. We have one on the Veal Garage looking at the Elephant Stairs, and then 2 golf carts, one going around Little Italy, one around NRV. This is one of our golf cart camera operators here, showcasing you our leading team, the junior class. We're looking at James Bish here. Favorite place in Cleveland to go to? Lake Erie. Loves being on the water. Close on his tail are the sophomores. So right now we have 2 in the lead.
Ooh.
We're seeing a burst of
He's slowing
speed
down.
now.
Oh, wow. Oh, James.
Nicholas Burkhart has now passed by James. Nicholas is a member of the aeronautics here, along with the running club and DFA. He is showcasing his speed right now.
I really see the running club coming into play. James
Yes.
is definitely tired out. This is what I was talking about with, you know, energy preservation. Oh, he's putting in work.
Wow.
Okay. Maybe I should join the running club.
All right?
You know,
be so healthy.
next year I'll be running my president's lab, hopefully.
Love it.
So we can see.
Yeah.
Wow, he's really.
Next year, maybe I'll be announcing you and saying how amazing you closed this out.
Oh my God, I'm gonna miss being in the studio.
Or be back next year.
Maybe find somebody else to run my lab for the 3rd year in a row.
I know. Oh, man. So you're looking here. Nicholas really starting to slow down a little bit, but really setting up a great pace for our defending champion sophomore class.
No, he's really running it back. I'm actually proud of them. He can't even read the back of our shirt right now, so it's a little pointless. But, you know?
But still,
Shout out
maybe other
Nicholas.
classes. Yeah, right?
Yeah, because we can't even see where the other classes are at.
No.
Wow, he's really keeping that pace.
It's impressive.
It's really, it actually really is impressive because
Yeah.
I drive, and he's passing the baton on to Arnav ready. Our third runner.
Been to 13 countries, Arnav. Favorite one of them is Japan. My family's going on a Japan trip later this year.
I would love to go to Japan.
Right? I'm so excited. I mean, man, I might need to talk to Arnav about where to go.
No, he's really doing this for the class. I would like to see some other colors. Where's the pink? Where's the green? Where's the blue? Where's the orange? Where's the navy blue?
know. We got a
Where's the
long-
navy blue, Alex? Where are your people?
Somewhere.
Somewhere in the back.
Great start for the sophomores, though. I mean, look, this is what you're hoping. If you win last year, you want to come back and defend your title. And for those of us just tuning in at 10 a.m. here, we want to welcome you into the broadcast for the 114th Annual Hudson Relays. This is broadcast year number 8. I'm Alex Gould, an alum of Case, class of 2022. Excited to be with you announcing for my 6th year. Beside me, Iowa Conde, standout junior, double major, quadruple minor.
Wow. Race is going really well. I'm liking this. Arnav is getting a little tired.
Yeah, and that's what happens, right? How do you preserve that energy throughout the
Yeah.
race? How do you make sure that you can have that consistency for, every lap's about half a mile, so you got to make sure you can keep it up. It can get tiring if you go all out early, but sophomores have enough breathing room here.
Mm-hmm.
I know
really
you
representing.
I know you mentioned to me before the race started that they have a couple more track athletes than some other teams, and they might be an early favorite. So helpful to see some of these non-track people off to a good start.
Yeah. Running club people.
That's true too.
But
Running club helps.
you can't hold them for that.
And you're getting a live look at Little Italy here. Arnav running through Little Italy. Eventually will work his way back to the art studio.
He's almost there.
Yeah.
He's almost there.
Yeah, this is
I know where he's at.
blistering speed right now from the sophomore class.
Yeah.
Blistering speed. The art studio, if you're wondering, was made with the intent for any students interested in developing or nurturing artistic or creative talents to have a home on campus. That's the building you're going to be seeing shortly.
He's approaching Adam. Hopefully Adam's ready to take this over for the sophomore class.
Adam Kirkmeyer does triathlons for fun, loves to run, bike, and swim. I have a feeling this sophomore lead might be extending.
This is a piece of cake for them. This is a piece of cake. Where is the pink? Where's the orange? Where's the green? That's my question. Where
I
is
was
the
going to
green?
say, you only care about the green. What's interesting, though, is, last year, their time of winning was 2 hours, 13 minutes. That's a little slower than average and 8 minutes slower than the 2022 winners. So I do think, wow, that's a fast start.
Wow.
That's a fast start.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
First of all, he got to the art studio really fast, and
Yes.
he's taking off really, really fast.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
And again, you gotta think this time wasn't exceptional last year. So is there room for other classes to catch up, or do the sophomores have to improve that time to win again this year?
Honestly, with the way it's looking, this triathlon, this is not a triathlon. This is the Hudson Relays, but it's going to be a piece of cake for him because you can just tell.
He knows distance.
You can just tell.
I'm sure Adam's the type of person who can calculate in his head,
You can just
I have half a mile to go. Here's exactly my pace I need to be able to make the most of that time.
And he needs to approach the corner of Euclid and Adelbert, and he's basically there. He's going past Rainbow Babies in like a second now.
Yeah.
The sophomore class is definitely setting the pace. Definitely setting the pace.
Here we're getting a live look at some other classes, which is nice. Looking at some first-year runners just for fun, hanging out.
Okay.
And there's your class.
Yay.
Not too far behind.
Not too far behind. Not at all.
No, crossing the bridge here.
Not at all.
That's Alden Salmon's favorite place to go in Cleveland is Tremont. Tremont, a great area. Probably my favorite spot for brunch in the city. So I like your brunch taste, Alden. I really do, Alden. I really do.
Appreciate Alden, honestly. He's a handball guy. He's on Case Western's handball team, and him running in the Hudson Relays. Appreciate him stepping out of his, usual zone and running in the relays, representing our class, doing a great job. Yes, we got some camaraderie in the crowd.
And
Make
that's
some
something I love
noise.
to see every year, right? Like, it doesn't matter what class you're in. It doesn't matter who you are going to be cheering on the relays. You are going to be supporting your fellow community members. And that's the beauty of the race, right? Like, I think sports in general is a place to unite and to come together. And this race in particular is a time where I think our campus does this as our oldest tradition. It doesn't, yeah, we have our classes to root for. We want certain, people to do well, certain teams to do well, but it doesn't really matter. What ultimately matters is everyone is coming together today. That's students, that's administration, that's the entire university community. That's alumni like myself who I feel lucky enough to come back.
Olivia is really taking off here, really taking off for the sophomore class. I'm actually really proud of them.
This is Olivia Lee. She's lived in 3 different states, as a fun fact, and doing well right now, making sure they can hold on to their early lead. Again, may I emphasize, very early lead. We have 5 total laps, and we're not even halfway through our first right now.
Yay.
Now right here, we're looking at a live look of my class, the navy blue team.
Putting in the work. He's
The
putting in the
alumni.
work. I'm really proud right now. Really, really proud.
Love to see it.
Who's that? That's Robert Maldonado. He's doing great. He's doing great for you guys.
Thank you. Hopefully we keep it up. Hopefully we win again on our 50th anniversary of our first win.
I'm rooting for y'all.
Thank you.
I'm rooting for y'all as well.
So look at the juniors, looking like the pace has slowed a little bit for the juniors in the first year.
Just a
Are
little.
close on their tail here. Olivia Lee making some solid headway for the first year class.
She's gone. She's out of there. Like, she's doing great.
And look at this. This is
She's almost by PBL. Like,
Yeah,
her
this
leg
is-
is almost I'm really, really, really proud of the sophomores right now. They actually, like, I talked to the sophomore class secretary on the Class Officer Collective.
Yeah.
And she's been doing a lot of rallying for her class, getting them to
Wow.
make posters and support, getting them to come to our kind of pep rally event yesterday. And she did great. However, Joshua Tam is really doing great for the junior class right now. Like, he's trying to pick up the pace, and I see that, and I appreciate him for that. The first years are also picking up their pace as well. They're doing really good. Doing really, really good.
So you're seeing the route run here on the back end of Tincomville University Center. That's named after Tincomville II, a 1937 graduate of the Case Institute of Technology. He donated $20 million to build this. It opened in 2014. The goal to serve as a bridge between the east and west sides of campus. It's open 24/7. Interesting fact about Tink as well is it's very eco-friendly. It was awarded Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, or LEED Gold status from the U.S. Green Building Council. So great place for the students, great place for the environment. Tincomville University Center, one of our favorite buildings on campus. Look at that. You see a big car there with everybody in the back supporting the runners. See, right now we're at a very close race here. The first years are doing well. Same with the juniors. It really looks like a 3-headed race here, at least to start, between the sophomores, juniors, and first years.
I hope Josh can keep the pace until the freshmen don't catch up. He's approaching Caroline soon to pass the baton, so hopefully that alleviates him. Okay, alumni coming in hot.
Love it. This is Hannah Cousins. Hannah Cousins loves crocheting and knitting, and she said, "Hey, I skip partying. I go straight to the grandma hobbies." Hannah, this is not a grandma hobby right now. You're running, and you're running valiantly.
Honestly, no grandma at all. Look at the seniors behind her. Like,
Yeah.
no, come on. This is agile and not too old. Not that old.
Not-
okay. It's cutting a little bit close
Getting
right now.
a little close here.
Oh. Okay, maybe the.
This is Maria Pritchett for the senior class. She's running a half marathon the same day she graduates.
Wow. That's
Also a
commendable.
swimmer. So a lot of experience with athletics there for Maria that she is definitely channeling this race. Currently not sure where the grad students stand. They had that early start in that first leg.
Yeah, I've seen no orange.
Yeah,
for a minute.
since falling a little bit behind. What can you do?
Oh, we have Praveen Suresh Kumar. That's the first year vice president, and he's going to be running 2 laps. He's going to run the 9th leg and the 49th leg for the first year class. Super happy. Okay, here we have the grad students. No?
Nope, this is a sophomore
Sophomores.
class.
Okay. That orange and that red's looking. Yeah, that is sophomore. Oh,
It actually is a little hard to tell on this.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Are we on the back end of Tink still?
This might be the grad students then, actually.
Right? It's orange.
Yeah, you were right. You were right. Yeah, that's the grad students right there.
Wow, it's really captured as red.
Yeah, yeah. at
Anyone
least
on the
here.
live stream, guys? She's wearing an orange shirt, not a red shirt.
I apologize if we mess it up. We are going to try our best to differentiate between the grad students and the sophomores.
Because I was a little confused because they were by Tink. I said the
And right now what you're looking at is the actual red team, our leaders, the sophomore class, extending their lead here.
They're all the way by the Institution of Music at this point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they've made great headway so far.
Wow. Yeah, this is going to be hard to beat, honestly.
Long race to go. So much can happen, but yes,
much can happen.
a start that if you're a sophomore, you're very happy
They have
with.
a leading start, yeah.
Absolutely. So I mentioned it earlier. Great time in the campus community right now. This really is a place and time where everybody comes together. It's a culmination of Legacy Week. Legacy Week, the goal of it basically is to celebrate the history of the university, share campus pride, and embrace school spirit. It really allows every university department, school, and student org to celebrate their history within the case timeline. So it's time for everyone to come together. Io, from your end, and like a COC perspective, what does Legacy Week kind of look at? Like, what does it mean to COC? How do you, as a class officer collective, look at Legacy Week, or is that not something you're quite as involved in?
I think the biggest thing for us during Legacy Week is Hudson Relays, which is like, it's wrapping it up kind of. Today's the last day of Legacy Week, and Hudson's is the last thing that happens during Legacy Week, not counting Springfest. And it takes a lot of time and planning to get this all in order. But there's also a lot of involvement from other organizations throughout the week that makes Legacy Week what it is. So UPB does a lot. The Students President's Roundtable also does a lot. They do the Western Reserve shirts with the Case Institute of Technology shirts, and that's always a hit. Like, there's always lines out the door in Tink trying to get that merch because it's really, really nice. Oh, I think we had him running down the wrong route, no?
You're looking at Nobby's Ballpark there. Baseball doubleheader coming later today. However, a little bit of a mix-up on the route.
Just a little bit.
Maybe a chance for other teams to...
It was a wide gap. I don't know. He's really pushing.
He is. He absolutely is.
David?
But yeah, that was interesting what you said about Class Officer Collective as well. And Hudson Relays are, again, oldest program tradition on campus. It's amazing how much effort the COC puts in every year to make it happen. What's also interesting is the UPB has their kind of signature event of the semester coming after that, which is Springfest. Every year, Springfest starts just about an hour or so after the relays end, so it is a packed day for students. Springfest is massive. It's every year food, inflatables, tons of music performances, both by students and artists. Again, a place for everybody to come together. Last year it was headlined by 2 Chainz, This year by Bia Miller.
Yeah, a lot of energy. There's so much going on campus today, honestly. It's going to be so jam-packed back-to-back for all the students. So for everybody watching, keep your energy up, keep cheering for your class, and go have some fun at Springfest after this. I know the committee has had a lot of planning going on, and there's a lot of exciting things that's going to be there today. So hopefully people go out and support. Excited for all the acts today, all the bands. The bands on campus have been growing astronomically a lot.
Really? What do you mean by that?
Like there's a lot more band. Like I feel like when I first started, it was X Maple, Dishwasher Possum, and one more that I don't recall. But there's like 6-7 bands performing today. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the expansion.
Right?
That's awesome. That's really cool.
A lot of musical talent. We don't just do research. We also
Case is more than that.
It's more than that. We dabble in other things. We have interests. We have hobbies. So we're happy about that.
Well, I love how this is something that we need to validate right now. Case students actually have hobbies now.
Case students do other things. Okay.
Looking at the handoff in front of Hitchcock House in North Residential Village here.
Ooh. From David to Tejul.
Sophomore class looking strong. We have another handoff on the Mather Quad, and then they'll be back at the Rock. So we're nearing the first lap for the sophomore class being done. We're in the territory, we're in the vicinity to start talking about them being 20% through this race.
And how much time have they elapsed at this point?
Right now they're at just about 21 minutes. So the winning pace for last year was about 26. So
I think they can beat that.
they're making good speed right now. They're
I
making
think they can beat
really
that.
strong speed.
I think they can beat that. I'm really...
Getting a
I'm
look here at
confident.
Bellflower Road. We have our golf cart operators showing the view.
Tiju's incoming to hand off to Jaden.
Looking at the students supporting one another. Love to see the students coming together again, supporting one another, and embracing this as a time to celebrate being a student of Case Western Reserve University and what that history means. Amazing to see everybody come together.
It's so nice.
I think particularly since COVID, when we couldn't do the race in 2020, the gratitude for being able to see this has definitely risen. Even though we're a couple years out now from the heart of it.
I agree. But it's still nice to see, you know?
I absolutely agree. Hudson Relays, as I said a million times, 114-year tradition. It's the oldest one on campus. Founded in 1910 by Monroe Curtis, a member of the Adelbert College class of 1911. The initial goal of it was to just fill empty time on undergraduate day of commencement week. He was a senior at the university and appointed a chair of the committee to organize the relay. And kind of amazing how it started off in such a humble way, and now it's expanded so significantly all this time later. So thank you, Monroe Curtis, 114 years ago.
We see Jaden prepping for the handoff from Tijul.
This is going to be the last leg of that first lap here.
And he's hot and he's gone. Okay. I'm really, really proud of the sophomore class.
Jaden Kim asked him, what's your favorite place to be in Cleveland? He says, Kintaro. Who doesn't love the sushi there? All you can eat. Unbelievable. So good.
That was a good answer. The hot pot there is also to die for.
I have heard that. I've not had it.
You've not had it?
Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
I know. I know.
Alex, you've been here longer than I have. Come on.
By a lot of years, too. I just love aging myself, I think.
Oh, my gosh.
So it looks like, at least at the end of this first leg, the sophomores should likely be on top.
For sure. And I
Interesting
think
to see
they'll
who
beat
will
their
follow.
time of 26.
It looks like it. It looks like they're on track to, for sure.
Wow. Jaden. Okay. We have the first years.
You're looking at Sarah Maggio. She reads about 20 books every year. Respect to Sarah, I'll say this. I feel like when you're reading so much in school, it's hard to want to read so much on your own time as well. So finding that balance is important. And I'm glad she's able to read so
Praveen
much.
going off. Okay. That's our first year Vice President Praveen running for his class. Super, super, super. He's on the track team, so
Got it.
you know,
Yeah,
you
his
see that
speed is-
speed.
yeah,
you
yeah.
see it there. He's aiming to beat Jaden. Can he do it? Can he do it?
We're definitely eyeing a two-headed race right now between the first and second years. We'll see how that'll change over time. What's exciting about this, though, is seeing the two classes be close means that we're going to have a lot of exciting relays for years to come. If this can maintain, because these are students who are going to be here for a while. So if these two are going to be at the top, there could be many years of a close, contested race.
Let's not forget the junior class. We're incoming too. We're coming in hot. I know we're coming.
Sorry.
We're coming, guys.
So here we're looking at the sophomore class about to be back at the Rock.
Wow.
This is very solid time right now.
Doing great.
And interestingly enough, they are exactly at their winning pace last year. They did that lap in exactly 26 minutes. So they are looking at essentially the same pace as last year, which in some years is enough to win, in some years isn't. Meaning that there's a long race ahead of us.
I do fear that the seniors have taken over the junior class.
Yeah,
Wow.
alumni and grad
That is very
students.
shocking. But you know, shout out. Shout out. Who's currently running? We have, Basil. Okay, I'm going to give it to him. I know Basil was preparing for this all semester long. He was looking forward to this. So Basil
That's
was putting in
funny.
the work. Okay, we have Ananya Kumar. Yeah. Oh, her friend's running alongside in support?
That's amazing. Now that's what you like to see in the race.
This is so cute. I hope we're getting this. I hope they're getting this. This is so cute. Would I do this? No. But
And these are two runners who still have to run their lap and are exuding energy to support their friend. That's what this race is about right there, folks. This is what the race is about. Coming together, uniting. I said it a million times. You're going to probably hate how much I'm saying it by the end of this, but I will continue to do so. Pretty close race right now. It's been, I'd say, a little stagnant at the top with the sophomores and the first years, but it is a tight race, and it can change fast. Right now, we're looking at Conrad Walter Wu. His favorite place in Cleveland, Glennon 716.
Felt.
Yeah.
It has to be like an engineering student, no?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a class in Glennon once. It was a PE class.
And I've never had a class in Glennon. So as you can tell, 2 engineers announcing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, gotta love it. I mentioned before this is the 50-year anniversary of the alumni class winning their first ever race. This is also, we have a kind of interesting 110-year anniversary. 1914, alumni were introduced to watch the runners because there was so much cheating in the year prior in 1913. And then still, after the race was only 1/3 over, the senior class just gave up and started using cars instead of running. Also interesting in 1914 was the winning team was the class of 1916. And they were held up by a freight train crossing their path, and they still found a way to win. Kind of a strange race back then.
Well, we see the first year class. That's Skyla Bingham. She's our executive MPRO, which is our Marketing and Public Relations Officer for COC, and she's the first year MPRO as well. She's really been an asset to COC, and now I see her representing her class. Shout out Skyla. Ooh, that zoom really tripped me out.
This is one of our new camera angles.
It's putting in work.
On top of Glennon. Look at that view we get of the south side of campus there.
Senior class coming in hot. Who do we have right now? We have Niraj. His favorite place in Cleveland is Edgewater Beach. You know, fun fact, actually really sad fact, I've never been to Edgewater Beach.
Really? Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go. I love it. I actually really like not even the beach part, but the upper part too. The park that overlooks it. Really nice. It overlooks the beach. Great. They have benches out there. You can eat a ton of nice food. Enjoy the weather. I mean, it's about to be summer-ish. So
that's true. And I may be here for the summer, so maybe I should do that. I've never been to the park. I've never been to the beach. I've never seen it.
I feel like sometimes it's a little tough to navigate without a car, but it's.
Yeah, it really is.
I know. It's great though. There's a lot here in Cleveland. It's just a matter of knowing exactly, knowing where it is, knowing where you can find it. We're looking here at the sophomore class still in the lead. That's Ethan Fang.
His favorite place in Cleveland is the Windermere RTA stop.
Look at the alumni class. Look at us go.
So proud, honestly. So proud. I feel like seeing alumni of different ranges, different years is it's so cute.
It's amazing to see the engagement,
you
right?
just come back. Oh, this is so nice.
It's amazing to see the engagement. This is Glenn Southard, and he's a scuba diver.
Ooh.
Takes some bravery to do that.
No, really. Scuba dives.
Another look back at our leading team, and then behind him is still the first years. And then it's pretty tight, I'd say, between the sophomores, or the juniors and the seniors after that.
Kind of mishmash.
Yeah, that's going to be close.
Honestly, I think as long as the juniors can beat the seniors, I'll be content. Because the first years and the sophomores they're really setting the pace for us right now.
They're battling.
They're leaving it all on the track, the path, the route.
The route, sure.
The route.
Any of them, any and all.
Yeah, no, they're doing great.
This event has changed a lot over the years. I mentioned before there were cheating in early years. There wasn't only cheating though. There were also random changes to the race in some years. In 1942, they decided, hey, let's change it up, and the entire Hudson Relays was run with bicycles.
Okay.
Speed up the pace, I'm sure, a little bit.
Okay.
If you're biking instead of running.
The Tour de Hudson? They could have called it that.
Yeah. Maybe we bring that back one year.
Bring it back one year. Maybe we could do unicycles. A lot of the runners actually can ride unicycles.
Actually?
Yeah, they put that in their fun facts.
Nice.
I feel like that would be really cool.
That'd be really
the handoff per unicycle. Oh, solidarity.
Live look here at our graduate students. This is Sharon Ehas, actually assistant professor who I had a couple years ago for organizational behavior here at Case. definitely super engaged in the community. She's a pretty devout runner as well, so love to see her representing graduate students here, helping them get a little bit closer to the rest of the pack.
She runs marathons apparently, and she
Yeah.
skydove to the start of one of the marathons she was
That's
running.
really cool.
That's
That's
actually
awesome.
really cool.
That's
Really cool.
Ethan Fang here, another look at him, our favorite Windermere RTA stop lover.
Keeping the pace. I can tell he's getting tired, but
Yeah,
he's doing
he is.
really good for his class.
We have a few sophomores in a row here who I don't think are runners, so there could be room for the first years to catch up after.
Maybe they're not runners, but maybe they're in the running club, or
That's
maybe
fair.
they're in the dog walking club. But sometimes, he picked up. Yeah, he woke up.
Based on how you're talking, Io, if you could bet on this, I have a feeling I'd know who your money would be on. So you're looking here at the grad students almost finishing their first lap. You'll see throughout the race, generally speaking, the winning team does about lap the grad students once before winning, so it generally does widen a little bit, but who knows? Every year is different. Got to see what happens.
Off. Who is that? That is Andrew Director.
It's a sick last name. Really
That's.
cool last
I was
name.
thinking that. I was like, okay. Okay, Andrew Director. His favorite place in Cleveland is Mitchell's. Andrew, you and me both. You and me both. Love that. He plays the tuba. I cannot play the tuba, but I admire your talents. Yeah, he's really going for it. He's out of there. He's gone.
Yeah. Live look at Little Italy, the sophomore class. Absolutely killing the game. We have our Little Italy golf cart driver here. Cindy and Mana, our two golf cart drivers in NRV and Little Italy, doing a great job capturing the footage throughout. Obviously, it's really hard to capture these runners running in real time while on the street with obstacles, and two of them
Traffic, cars.
killing the game, helping us get a sense of everything going on. Again, we have our biggest and really just largest scale show ever this year. 2 golf carts, 10 different mounted cameras. This is a 12 camera show. It's about 2 more than last year, 4 more than the year prior. Every year, this show just gets stepped up more and more, and I have to fully thank Media Vision crew for that. So Io, talk to us a little bit about your experiences at Case. I know I've hyped you up a whole lot with all your experiences so far. I know you're psychology, communication sciences major, quadruple minor in social justice, African and African American studies, cognitive science, entrepreneurship. Tell us a little bit about like your classes, what makes you so interested in such a breadth of subjects, what you want to do, everything like that.
Honestly, I feel like the thing that led me to take most of the majors and minors that I do have are the professors. The professors at Case, dependent on your interests, they really are open to helping you. They're open to supporting you, anything you need, any kind of guidance that you want. They really do offer you that support and help. And coming in my freshman year, I was taking a lot of like the stereotypical STEM student classes. I was taking Chem 105 with Drew Meyer. I was taking Math 125 with Terry Mester. And those were like classes that were like stressing me out. So being able to go to classes that I was still enjoying, still learning, and still doing well in, and the teachers actually were very, very like personable, that really allowed me to enjoy my time in those classes, like not dread like doing the homework, not dread going to class. And that's how I felt in my Psych 101 class with Joshua Wilt. Top tier professor, favorite professor of all time. I don't think he's taught anything since then though, but I don't see him on SIS anymore, and I do. Okay. I am on SIS a lot, but
as
just,
you have to be,
as I have to be, But just like
that's something I don't miss.
No, you see, as a senior or incoming senior, I actually like it because I could wake up late for course selection and still get all my classes and keep classes for friends if they requested it. So it was really nice. But like just like the psychological sciences department, that's what the psych and comp sci department is called. All the professors are just really, really amazing people, like Dr. Obaid, Dr. Calendruccio, Professor Lisa Freeburn, Jean Nisenbaum. They're all just great people, really, really helpful. Even like in the SAGES department, I'm currently taking a medieval human differences class with Lisa Nielsen. And it's just amazing. She's a really cool person. But Case has shown me like what educators should be and how they should impart their students. So
that's an amazing perspective. I definitely feel the same. I think obviously there are a lot of benefits to graduating, being in the adult world now for, I guess, almost 2 years, but there's a lot I miss about Case too, and like the constant learning and how much the professors truly like care here and want to engage students and engage with students and engage like with, I felt like me personally, is really impressive. I really loved all my classes I took here. Most of them were in Weatherhead as a business major, but I also had a psych and public policy minor, so got some a little bit exposure outside of that as well. So.
Okay. And outside like the courses and stuff, like what do you think Case left you with that you use on a day-to-day, or like a philosophy that you've learned from being in college that like applies to your post-grad life now?
Oh, that's interesting. I think there's a lot, actually. I feel like, you know, we made fun of the the first year slogan here of "Too Lit" #BigSteppa, but it is interesting because that's the mindset you're in when you enter college. You're essentially a high schooler plus a few more years. You don't know who you're going to become, what you want to do yet. And I feel like for me, I saw a pretty large evolution of what I was interested in, knowing what I wanted, knowing the impact I wanted to have, knowing who I wanted to be, and just a stronger sense of identity, I'd say, throughout the 4 years. That I think that's, if I had to choose one overarching thing that was most important to me, I would say that's it. And I think Case does a pretty incredible job of pushing the point there and pushing you to be a better person, get involved in what you want to be involved in, and figure out what your passions are. And that can be academically or extracurricularly. So I don't know. I'm very grateful for my time here, and I think it's gotten me to a place now that I'm grateful and happy to be at. So I'm very fond of Case, as you could probably guess, given that I'm back here announcing. But love being back. Love coming back.
We love having you back, Alex. Guys, let me tell you, Alex is literally the best person to commentate with. Like, he does all this research. He has everything laid out. He's so helpful. Like, he asks questions that even I wouldn't think of, but like are so pivotal to the preparation. So today, Alex has literally been a rock star. Like, always. The last year we commentated together, it was a rock star too, and he did it by himself last year. So if you tuned into the live stream last year and you saw Alex, you know that he was doing the thing. He was doing this for sure. So thank you, Alex.
Well, thanks. Compliments embarrass me, so now this is what, if you want to leave me like speechless and not knowing what to say, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're so welcome.
But I appreciate it. It's great to work with you, Io. It's always so lovely to work with you. I'm very glad that we get to do this again this year. I love announcing. It's a lot of fun, and I think it's great to have a partner like you on here on air as we're guiding everyone through the race. We're looking here at North Residential Village. We have our golf cart there, giving you a live look in. Sophomore still setting the pace.
That's Willem, and he is one of our runners that can ride a unicycle. So I'm really still on this topic of we can do the Hudson Relays on unicycles.
Okay.
I really think that.
Next year.
Next year? Okay.
That's what's happening. So first years are a little bit behind. Seniors a little bit behind them. Where are the juniors at?
Oh.
I feel like we haven't seen them in a little bit.
No, we have. Don't say that. They're just not in the field of vision right now.
Got it. We just don't have a camera.
Okay, here we are. I
okay.
told you. Oh, wait, where are we? Oh, my God. Okay, guys.
So a little bit behind. Not the best start for the juniors. Still ahead of the alumni and grad students to our knowledge. Okay. But definitely lagging a little bit.
We got this, guys. I'm going to need the crew on ground to give some energy to the runners. I don't know what they need, some glucose or something.
You're seeing the senior class run in that back alley between Tinkerville University Center and the Twing Center. The Twing Center is named for Charles Franklin Twing, the president of Western Reserve University from 1890 through 1921. It was built in 1913, but not acquired by the university until 1931. The Twing Center basically incorporates two different buildings into its design. There's the Twing Hall and Hitchcock Hall, and there's a connecting structure in between. Essentially, the goal of that is to have a space for programs, services, classes, activities to just all meet the needs and interests of student, faculty, staff, really everyone in the university community. So it's really a building that's kind of it's older. Obviously, Tink is the modern, I guess, counterpart to it, but just an equivalent to it in that it's a space for everyone to really go to. Students can gather. A lot of student organization meetings are held there as well. The senior class just passed that building swing there, and now they're running throughout North Residential Village. What's interesting now is it looks like the seniors are closing in on the first years, but the sophomores are definitely extending their lead a little bit.
For sure.
And then the juniors are quite a ways behind right now. This is Jenny Lee of the juniors. That's our 4th place team right now. Jenny Lee, favorite place in Cleveland, Wade Lagoon during springtime. Honestly, if you ask me, that could be my answer too.
That's a top tier pick.
Wade Lagoon is the best.
That's a top tier pick.
Whenever I'm around campus, my need to walk around Wade Lagoon is always very high.
You know what's similar to Wade Lagoon that I've never been to? The cultural gardens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I know some
Throughout?
places have like
Yeah.
fountains and stuff, but
Yeah.
I've actually never been in the cultural gardens.
I feel like there's so many that it's also like hard to know exactly where they are. I know I've seen a few, but I haven't walked around it.
I don't know how walkable it is as well, because like you know how it's like the cars are also, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like more of a driving path for some of it at least. I think.
Yeah, for a good chunk of it from what I see from outside, but
So our alumni are pretty close to the juniors here.
not that close yet. A little bit.
Oh my gosh. I think the two of us are just going to be battling for if the alumni or juniors are going to finish out ahead.
Honestly, with the way he's running, the juniors might be in trouble. We might be in trouble. Catherine's, you know, she's really striving, but I would be getting tired too, honestly.
This is Ken Hornfeck. His favorite place in Cleveland for the alumni is West Side Market. So we're cutting between the juniors and the alumni now. We'll probably be back forth for a little just to see who'll have the edge. The goal right now is for Ken Hornfeck trying to catch on to the junior runner here. As you said, Io. That's Catherine Barber trying to hold on to that lead. This is a tiring leg. She's almost there. She's almost made it through, but a tiring leg here. This is our grad student class here again. We'll help you navigate. It's a little bit hard to tell with the colors if it's sophomores or grad students, but these are the grad students. This is Rhea Tilv. Likes baking is a fun fact about her.
Yeah, she got a way to make it to Overlook.
Another live look in here at Catherine with Ken running quickly, catching up.
No, he really is. I told you he was gonna. He's really like, I can see in his face like he just wants to pass Catherine. That is his goal at this moment, and honestly, it would be mine too. And he might do it. He might do it, or his next runner might. Oh wow.
So we're looking now. It's going to be Sarah Albergaria for the juniors. For the alumni, we're looking at Ross Nanopoulos.
They are neck to neck.
They are neck and neck.
Yeah, I don't.
One of them trying to find an edge for their class here. As we cut back to the first years, they are right now in a battle with the seniors for second. Everyone trying to catch the sophomores who asserted their dominance in their first year on campus last year and are seemingly doing the same right now. I think the story of this race will be that dominance of the sophomore class. Are they going to maintain it? Again, this is a long race. We're not even 40% done. Will the sophomores be able to maintain this lead and assert their Hudson Relay dominance and set themselves up to be one win away from a burger and beer dinner? Or will the first years kind of say, hey, we're here too, and catch up? Or will the seniors try to end out strong? This is, I think, going to be the story of the relay here. Something to note in terms of history is that the 4-year-in-a-row win is not easy to do. The last steak and champagne dinner that a class earned for winning 4 years in a row was the class of 2011. So it has not been done in quite some time. If the class of 2026 does it, that'll be the first time in 15 years. They're trying to set themselves up to be 2 wins away with a win this year. Another look in at the grad students here who are a little bit behind the other classes.
Rhea's got it. Rhea's got it. You know, running from their student loans, I know that will keep a lot of motivation up.
What a slogan.
Very honest slogan, honestly. Like,
Yeah, right? Some of the slogans this year are just different than in years past. It's funny.
Big step up. Hashtag. Hashtag.
Making me feel old out here, Io.
Honestly, I'm so proud of I feel like if I was running and I felt like I was in the back, I would just start walking. But everyone's keeping a pace, like a running pace. It may not be like a speedy pace. How I would run would not be what was happening on the field at all. Like, I feel like everyone's really laying their all on the ground right now. And I'm proud. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
This is our grad students, I presume.
Yeah.
Grad students are interestingly the newest team to join the race. They started running in 2009. So used to not be a 6-team race. A little bit newer to have them in there, but great to include graduate students in this. They're a very important part of the campus community. They make up a pretty large portion of the total student body, and great to have them involved in this.
They do. The graduate students are so active on campus, or at least I've seen them more active on campus with a lot of their orgs and stuff now.
That's great.
It's so nice. It's so nice. Yeah.
This is MD Shaiful Islam. Favorite place in Cleveland? Lake Erie. Everybody loves the water. Look, one great benefit of Cleveland, lakefront and riverfront. Lake Erie, Cuyahoga River. A lot of plans in the works right now. One of the hot topics for Cleveland has been what to do with the lakefront and the riverfront and what that evolution looks like. There are a lot of plans right now to really engage Clevelanders with those spaces more because there aren't that many cities that have access to both.
True.
Looking at the graduate students here from one of our new camera angles. Cutting back now to the first years. We're getting close with Lap 2. We're getting close to being done with Lap 2 here.
Close.
Where are the sophomores at? How ahead of the first years are they right now is kind of the question in my head as we're looking at the first years running through North Residential Village.
We have Joshua.
It's like we're waiting here. We're cutting for the first years to hand off the baton. First years just made the turn on Bellflower. It looks like we might have a changing of the guard. It looks like the first years have usurped the sophomore class. Wow. The back and forth is real.
Okay, Joshua.
We have a race on our hands, folks. If we're looking at this, the sophomores have had the lead the entire time. For some time, the first years were battling with the seniors to get second. Now it is once again a two-headed race. First years, sophomores, who will take the lead as we approach the second lap being done. First years ahead right now. The first years can try to start a streak of their own to get a burger, beer, or steak and champagne dinner. And this is the tough part with winning so many years in a row. You could have slightly lower turnout one year. Someone can get sick. That could hurt your overall time. It's easy for things to change, and I said it earlier, I'll say it again. That target time of 2 hours, 13 minutes was not a standout winner last time. It was slightly below average. So though the sophomore class is good and has a lot of runners, it was definitely not a lock that they would win, right? 2 hours, 13 minutes. The target time is generally around 2:10. A 2:10 target time is a pace of 26 minutes per one lap.
We have Joshua making the fighting run to Clark Hall so he can hand it off to Sri Harsha. Hopefully Sri Harsha can keep up the pace. Oh. Is Joshua running both legs?
Might be running both legs.
I do believe so.
Yeah.
But he's looking tired.
He's looking quite, yeah, he's running both legs. So this is going to be a struggle. He's already looking like he's tired. The sophomores looking to regain their lead. That's Ethan Richter.
Coming in hot.
His favorite place to go in Cleveland, Progressive Field. I like Ethan already. As someone who's biased, who works for the Guardians, Ethan, I hope you do great.
Ethan got it.
That's because his favorite place to go is to watch a Guardians game.
Yeah, he's running like he's going to go watch a Guardians game right now. He doesn't want to miss a second of it because, wow. Yeah, no, he definitely runs marathons. He has to.
Yeah, this is.
He has to.
He's impressive.
Aw, Joshua's running 2 laps though, honestly. And he's keeping a consistent pace.
This is just a tough place for Joshua to be in. 2 laps back to back is not easy. Must have been an issue with a dropout runner or something like that.
Yeah,
for the,
no alternates for
No alternates for the first year class?
Yeah.
Got it. See, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons a class can assert their dominance. If you have more engagement, if you have an alternate, if someone can't make it day of. So we're looking at the sophomore class who lost their lead, now is regaining it, about to complete lap number 2. They are closing in.
They have a lot working in their favor. For some reason, the sophomore class is really keeping this lead. But Joshua's doing it for the first years, honestly. I see him pick his pace back up. He's faster now for sure.
He's speeding up.
He's ready to have this be over with, you know.
And the sophomore handoff has happened. They have a mark of 52 minutes. That is exactly on pace with a 2 hour, 10-minute target time. So they have the exact same amount of time to complete the first and the second lap. They've needed 26 minutes for each. That will, if they maintain that pace, keep them strongly in the running the rest of the way. The first year's just not even a minute behind. This is a very close race we've got on our hands.
That is the sophomores.
Very exciting start right now. I know you also are quite involved in campus, junior class president for COC, going to be the executive president next year, president of the Nigerian Student Association, also member of the Black Student Union and member of Female. How have your extracurricular experiences shaped you on campus? How have you enjoyed them? What made you want to get so involved?
So starting with COC, I was in student council when I was in high school. I was the class secretary and then the student body secretary and then student body president. And I kind of just wanted to continue being able to program events for my, peers and colleagues, people in my class, people in my school. And being on COC gives me the opportunity to do both because we host events like Hudson's, we do Snowball, we do Homecoming, and I'm a big school spirit person. I'm from Texas, obviously. A lot of football in my spirit. Not that I watch that many football games when I'm out here. I can't lie, but I do. I watch the UT games. I watch the TCU games. I stay
Representing your
updated.
state.
But yeah, we get to put on events for our class per our discretion. Obviously with input from my cohort and with input from the class, and do what people like, and that's really fun. Also, I feel like being in leadership roles has been something that's just been very, very familiar to me. I've always spent my time trying to be of service to other people, and that's what being in orgs on campus gets me to do. And then for the Nigerian Student Association, obviously I was born and raised in Nigeria. A lot of my friends on campus are Nigerian, so we kind of just banded together, and I co-founded it with one of my
kidding.
Yeah, we started it last year, the 2020
Nice.
to 2023 school year.
That's awesome.
So this was our first full year being officially recognized as a student org, and it was a great year. We were nominated for a Student Leadership Award, actually.
Wow.
So it's been good.
That's really exciting. Yeah, I found a friend of mine and myself, we co-founded the UNICEF undergraduate chapter here.
Really?
Yeah.
That was y'all?
Oh, yeah.
I go to the UNICEF meetings because my friend Kenny was on the exec board.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Look, you see that it's pretty cool to start your own org, and also now that both of us we're long graduated now. We're almost 2 years out. To see that you know about it and it's still happening.
It's a big org,
It's
definitely.
exciting.
I love their programming. The meetings are nice. They give us food. That's the biggest thing on campus. Free food, guys.
It's true.
Always there.
See, when you say stuff like that makes me feel so good. I'm gonna let my friend know that she should be very happy with.
Y'all should be very,
this org.
very happy with
That's
what y'all
awesome.
did with that org for sure.
Yeah, but no, I found the experience here to be very fulfilling on campus. I think we founded the UNICEF Club about 3-4 years ago now, undergrad. I also did USG for 3.5 years. So I think there's a lot of room and opportunity to get engaged in the ways you want to here. I look back fondly upon my ability to make an impact in the way I knew how, at least how I knew best at the time. So we're looking here at
senior class.
the seniors. They've really fallen.
How the mighty.
Yeah, I mean, for a while it was very close between the first years and the seniors.
Yeah.
Now we're looking at the seniors finishing their lap. Where are the juniors at is kind of the question I'm thinking of right now. The senior class is about 5 minutes behind, or excuse me, 3 minutes, I should say, behind the first years. So they're not out of it, but definitely a little bit of ground to make up. They're definitely going to be a little too slow to win unless they up the pace, but they're still in it. 3 minutes is definitely, you can make that up.
Who do we have running? We have Vaunch running. Vaunch running for the senior class. His favorite place is Public Square. That's cute.
As someone who lives downtown, I can't say I go to Public Square too much. I don't know.
I don't live downtown and I don't go to Public Square either. Unless I'm on the Health Line and I'm going that way.
I think honestly I went there more when I was a student here because I would RTA in to Tower City and then walk around Public Square from there.
See, I think the last time I did that, I fell asleep on the RTA.
Oh, really?
It's messed up.
What? Where did you end up?
Just like the end.
Really?
Yeah.
You went all the way?
Yeah.
Wait, where does it go to, the red line? I've never...
Literally
I guess the airport?
Oh, no. This was the bus.
Oh, this was the bus?
This was the Health Line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, so where does it end up?
It just ends up in kind of like middle of public square, like past, like way past, like the House of Blues. There's like a terminal with all the buses.
Oh.
It's just the middle of downtown, honestly.
Okay. So
Yeah,
at least you're
it's not
downtown.
bad.
At least you're not
I
middle of
got
nowhere.
downtown. I went to have some lunch. I was like, okay,
I'm here.
I'll just catch the next bus, guys.
Okay. Nice. Well, look, you ended up downtown, so
Exactly. It was fun.
gotta love it. That's the first year class here.
Mm-hmm.
Running around Southside. The alumni a little bit behind.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. We'll be back in no time. This is Ron Lee back. Trying to make his way for the alumni. Keep him close and in the running. Cutting now to our seniors who have definitely fallen a little bit behind. Again, still definitely in the running. I'd say probably need to make up some time, but could definitely threaten a win here and have this last year be their fastest year.
We'll see about that.
Then when we can, be interesting to get a view of the juniors as well, just to get a sense of where they're at.
Where are we? It's the pressing question. As long as we're past the seniors, but I don't think that's where we are.
Yeah, if I had a suspicion, I would say you're probably in 4th or 5th.
Mm-hmm. 5th? Don't
So
say
it
that.
looks like the alumni, if that runner in the green there is waiting for a baton handoff, they might be behind. No, he's not. Okay.
No, he has to go to the rock.
Yeah, you're right. So this is the alumni here who, to our knowledge, are in 4th place.
Let's see. Oh.
Cut to the first years now.
Picking the pace up.
This is Ben Roy. He plays guitar. Fellow guitar player here. One of my favorite hobbies is to play guitar. Ben's running 2 legs for the first years. This is our 2nd place team. A little bit behind the sophomores. And now it's a cut to our graduate students. Running down Bellflower Road. Making some headway, not too far behind, honestly.
No, but my thing was very long.
I feel like yours was longer.
Can't see.
As we look at think about the history of the race and how it's changed over time. We talked earlier about how this last leg is run by the team captains, generally the COC class president. Funny enough, they used to actually run the first leg of the race. So they used to open the race up. This year instead, now in many years now, they've ended up closing out the race.
Yeah. Competition is tense in that last lap, you know? It's personal.
Last year it was very close too.
It was.
I think it was about a tie entering that last
lap.
lap.
The president literally, for the freshman class, now sophomore class, she literally did put them in the lead because the junior class vice president, who were in the lab, Brianna, kind of, slowed us back a little bit, but it's okay. Shout out Brianna. She was covering for me, so I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Who am I to talk? She was running my leg.
Oh, that's funny, because you said you weren't here at the time last
I was
year.
not. I was in the beautiful state of Texas.
Nice. That's home for you, Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Moved there from Lagos, Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Moved there. Tell us about your experiences, actually. What was it like living in Nigeria and then adjusting to life in Dallas and now life in Cleveland?
Honestly, I thought that life would be like a Disney show. Like, I thought I would.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it would be like being in Shake It Up Chicago. Like the school aspect of things and everything, not the dance. I don't dance. I don't know. I just thought high school would be like that, and it was not like that. Something that really bummed me out was that people don't use lockers in high school.
Yeah.
I was really sad about that.
Oh, so like when you were like watching movies or TV
Yeah, I
shows,
was like, oh my
you
God, I'm going to get a
expected it.
locker. Okay, and we see the sophomore class in the lead.
Still in the lead, yep.
Still with a gap.
A little bit of a gap now. It's extended.
Yeah, we see no, but okay. Are they waiting for a handoff?
They might be.
It looks like it. Oh, as they're coming down, the alumni is just going up.
Yeah. It's a little bit, very big distance.
How do you feel about that?
What can we do?
You know, one of these
Plenty
days
of
we
race
should
left.
really run a leg. Maybe next year we can be mobile commentators.
I love that
just,
idea.
Just run our
Mobile.
laps.
Announce while we're
And
running.
then,
Why not, right?
You know, or we could drive the golf cart. Maybe we could do a jog, a light jog, and the
love it.
camera follows us as we talk.
That's funny. I love it. That's awesome. That'd be really fun, actually.
That'd be
Getting a sense of the scenery.
some work.
Yeah. But anyways, as you were saying, so you thought you were literally going to use lockers, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah, no.
But I guess it's.
I was so sad because I wanted
Yeah.
to decorate it, get like a little whiteboard inside.
Did you
and
have a locker,
everything.
but nobody used it? That was what my high school was
You
like.
could like decide to get a locker.
Okay.
I never figured out how to use the combination locks.
Got it.
That was my problem.
You're like, no, I know, like, technically speaking, I think we all had lockers, but I don't-
Yeah, we just never used
Yeah,
it. And I was
yeah.
really sad about it.
Oh.
But I also thought detention was a thing. We didn't really have detention. It was like in school suspension or something. And I'm
Got
like,
it.
oh, okay, cool.
Got it. That's funny. That's
But it
really
was so
funny.
bad.
I know you mentioned before the show as well that you are trying to go back to Nigeria for the first time since you moved.
Trying to go back home, y'all. December. It's called Dirty December. I don't know why, but you know, just want to go home, connect with my family again, connect with the food. Oh my God, I miss the food. There's not a lot of like West African restaurants in Cleveland.
Interesting.
There's a couple. I wouldn't recommend most, but I found one. It's like a ghost kitchen, and she goes to my church too, so she comes in clutch with some like free meals sometimes. So you know, but I cook a lot, so it
Okay.
doesn't really bother me
That's
because there's
good.
not restaurants or anything, so it's fine.
That's nice to be able to like, make your own food. So what's nice about this shot here is we can see both our leaders and our second place runners. We're looking at Iris Gebby for the sophomores, one of our many people who loves Edgewater Beach, favorite place in Cleveland. Now for the first years competing and vying for that first place spot is Jijen Hay, favorite spot in Cleveland, Wade Lagoon. It seems like pretty consistently these two teams will be close, and it seems like just one really good or bad leg could change the course of things.
I agree.
Exciting to see how things will go. Yeah, I definitely think I should, even though I'm a few years out of school, I still am very lazy about specifically cooking, and I just don't like to do it, so I need to get on your bandwagon there and learn to cook a little bit more.
What do you do then?
I'm just late, like yogurt sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's like, yeah, I know. That's like, grab it, say it, good enough. It fills me up okay, which I know it's not. My coworkers make fun of me for it all the time. And my friends, actually just everyone, and my family.
Just
yeah,
everyone.
I just,
Yeah, they
I
do
just feel like
better,
my
is what they
coworkers
said?
see it more because I'm like at work. I'm like,
You're
oh,
not-
I forgot to eat. No, I'm hungry.
Oh, that's not slave.
I know. I agree.
Uh,
All right, let's look at the support here.
still have the sophomores in the lead. Who's
Right.
running? We have
Sophomores,
Evan
look at this.
Holtzmeyer.
They were waiting. The support.
Evan running. He's actually witnessed the Hudson Relays before he even went to school here.
That's pretty rare.
That's really dope. I had never heard of Hudson Relays before I came to school here. I can't lie to you.
Evan made great speed. Great speed. There's
wow,
really
he's doing the dash.
yeah.
That's really fast.
So we're gonna see if he'll get tired, but great start to the leg here. Great start to the leg.
You know, increasing that gap. Like he's
Yeah.
having a tactic. Yeah, no, I don't know about this gap going on. It's really leading
Here's the seniors a little bit behind.
a little bit.
I would guess probably still around that 4-ish minute mark behind. So yeah, still in the running, but yeah, when the race goes on, you got to close that. The urgency goes up. That's Sachin Pillai, and he is another one who knows how to unicycle.
I'm telling you, this is what needs to happen.
That's so funny.
It just does.
So you're getting a live look here at Mather Quad, the home of the humanities here at CWRU. A lot of buildings. One interesting element of the quad that you can see is that sundial on the back, that silver sundial behind the runners on that left side of your screen. This has been present since 1986, and the original one was made and placed in 1906. And since when it was the first sundial was placed in 1906, the students often circled around it on campus as a rallying point for campus events like football games. So that would be like the point of campus pride to circle around.
The sundial. What would that be now?
Definitely not the sundial.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I looked past it when I walked to class and I'm like, that's cute, but I don't think anyone's ever actually like paid attention.
I know.
To sundown.
It was funny. It's like obviously every year I do research on different buildings, and that was one where it was hidden. I don't think I ever knew that until this year announcing, because it was hard to find information on it.
I know that's
There's
not my
the junior
I
class.
know that is not my class.
We've been missing you. Are they ahead of the alumni? It's going to be close.
I hope so.
I think they are ahead of the alumni.
I sure hope so.
Definitely not the greatest start. They're not too far behind the seniors.
We are. Just a little.
Just a little.
But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I love the little claps when people run by and encouragement.
Right.
It's so nice.
No, it really is. I think that's what this event is about. And I've said it a million times, I'll say it again, but it never gets old seeing it. Like, just people really supporting one another, coming together and embracing what it means to be a Spartan. That's the Hudson Relays. It hasn't always been this way, given all the cheating that used to take place.
Honestly,
But it
I
is
feel
that
like
way
we need to
today.
bring that back a little bit. Maybe
Bring
not
back-
like blatant cheating. Don't cheat, guys, on anything.
Yeah.
But just in general, like something to spice it up, like maybe like booby traps, but not like actual booby traps, you know? Like a little obstacle, like in Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
Like a hurdle once in a while. Maybe they have to jump over a hurdle. You know,
love
make it a test of athleticism for real.
I love it.
Wow, the seniors picked up.
They did.
The seniors picked
Yeah.
up. Who we have running? We have Andrew Chan. He's really doing it for the seniors right now. I
He
love
is.
that. I love that. He's putting in the work. He is the treasurer of the running club, though, so you know
Okay.
he's
Makes
coming
sense.
in with the expertise
Yeah.
for sure. We have the handoff incoming for the juniors. Praying, hopefully.
And as I mentioned earlier, place for everyone to come together now. Cheating happened in the past. If you missed it before, you might be wondering what cheating happened that we've been referencing so much. In 1913, the class of 1913 used cars when they were supposed to be running, and the class of 1916 substituted runners in for those who were slow or tired. Then 3 years later in 1916, the class of 1916 again cheated, this time by using cars instead of running. Let's fast forward another 5 years in 1921. The class of 1921 used cars, and the class of 1923 skipped a lap. And then in 1946, every team said, hey, I'm tired of running, and they all used cars instead of running, and that was not planned. They all decided to cheat the same year.
You know, maybe
Isn't
they were
that
just
amazing
so
how competitive it was?
That's actually. But how do you
I mean, like-
cheat with cars and just like? How do you think that happened?
There wasn't a broadcast.
Like, I mean, yeah, figures,
You
but
still see cars. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's just so different today in that everyone just wants to try their hardest to come together, and it's just like the thought of cheating is ridiculous. But it's funny how often it happened back in the past.
plus with a camera at every angle, how can we cheat? Honestly, like,
We'll catch you.
hold yourself accountable, guys. Don't cheat, ever. That's why we have the Academic Integrity Board.
I love it. I love it. I love
Please
it.
don't. Who haven't we seen in a while?
I feel like we've gotten pretty even looks of all the classes, which is good to see. A little bit curious in the alumni, but that's also personal bias.
And that's okay, you know.
Thanks.
Juniors,
There we
yay!
go.
Passing on to Jose. And he's going for us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the work he's putting in right now because it's much needed. It's much needed.
Josu Cervantes' favorite place in Cleveland to go to is Playhouse Square. Before the handoff to Jose was Leo Allen. You got a live look there of just how exhausting a leg is. You saw him hand it off and just need to breathe a lot. This is not an easy race, and it's tiring, and it's also early in the morning on a Saturday, and yet, despite all those factors, so many people are participating. There's over 300 total runners, another 50 or so volunteers. Just an impressive showing to have so many members of the campus community participating here.
Oh.
And we're seeing it again.
This is what I like.
Right?
This is so cute.
It's amazing. It's amazing to see everybody coming together and supporting one another.
This is real Spartan behavior. I love this.
Ain't that the truth?
We see your people.
There we go. That is for the alumni, Masroor Kutibedin. He plays ultimate frisbee and volleyball in various places around the city, so he's definitely well equipped to kind of channel his athleticism here into running this lap for the, or I should say this leg for the alumni.
So maybe we've passed the halfway mark because some of the runners are past 25, correct? Or at 25?
Yeah, we are over the halfway mark here in the race, just over actually. So this is when I start to look at the standings and say they matter, right? Like we're not early anymore. We're starting to get to the place of if you're behind, you want to catch up.
You want to catch up. Are you listening, juniors? Please catch up. Please.
Still plenty of time, right? But
A little bit.
yeah, but you're seeing, I mean, the sophomores are going to be finishing their third leg pretty soon.
No, they're doing great.
Yeah.
The next handoff is coming soon. Like, it's a steady pace for them, you
It's
know?
a very steady
Emery's
pace.
putting in work. This is Emery Trout. Her favorite place in Cleveland is Luna Bakery.
That is
They have the
a
cutest
great spot.
treats. They have the cute. We cater them for COC because they do like personalized cookies and like they
Ooh.
decorate for like Earth Day
Lovely.
or like literally any holiday ever, and they're so cute. They are so cute.
No, Luna Bakery is delicious. Probably my favorite spot when I was on campus. Look at all the students cheering, not even participating, but just cheering
No,
along, which is great to
literally,
see.
you just see them running and you try to give them some encouragement. I love that.
But no, Luna's great. I would go there all the time, sit outside in the summer. Absolutely love Luna. And now you're looking at Emery Trout handing off to Anusha Bangalore. Anusha is training for a full marathon in May. A full marathon in May. This will be a piece of cake for her.
I just want to know, when did everyone get into running marathons?
It has
and
become a
didn't
real
tell
thing
me
in
about
recent
it?
years, right?
Because even on TikTok, like I'll be scrolling and everyone's getting into running.
I know.
Everyone's getting into pickleball.
That
a
is
big
also,
thing.
yeah, that's become a really big one.
Pickleball.
Pickleball's become huge. It's kind of funny to see how like trends evolve.
Like-
Running and pickleball are the things for 2024, I guess.
I guess. I guess. Wow,
So-
she has a big smile on her face as she makes.
Yeah,
she
she's
knows.
having no problem.
She,
She knows
knows
what's
they're in it to win it. She knows that they're coming in hot.
Just one lap ago, the excitement was building for the first years and the second years being completely neck and neck. Now we're looking, sophomores have a smile on their face with a very extended lead as we're nearing the end of lap 3. They are making strong time right now. Anusha is going to cross over Euclid Avenue, run through the binary walkway, and hand off the baton at the Rock to start lap number 4 for the sophomore class.
They're almost done.
Anusha is making great headway right now, maintaining a strong pace.
No, it looks like a piece of cake for her. She doesn't even look tired. Like
No,
her
holding her
she's-
phone.
No, she got that music playing. You
Yeah.
know for a fact it's giving her the amp up that she needs to complete this lap. Shout out to our traffic directors today, honestly.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of them working on Delbert and Little Italy, making sure, the runners are safe to go across. Thank you for your working service. It is a Saturday morning. I would not be that, no.
So this, I think, is our second place team here. The first year class. This is Marissa Dewey for the first years. Marissa is nearing the handoff to get close to completing lap number 3 for the first years. You're seeing on the other end the alumni just entering North Residential Village. So that blue shirt runner is going to be running around NRV and then come back. They're probably, if I were to guess, 4 or 5 minutes behind maybe 3-4 minutes behind the first year class. So definitely a distinct gap there. And the handoff has happened for the second year class. We missed it, but the handoff has happened. They are at the exact same pace they've been at, actually a little sped up this time.
Oh.
The target time to win is 22 minutes per lap. They completed lap 3 in 22 minutes. So they really increased their pace here. They are on pace to beat their time last year by a wide margin. They are on pace to beat their time by last year by a wide margin. The first years are running valiantly. They are likely on pace to match the time of the sophomore class last year. That was what it took to win. But the sophomore class has improved enough that the first years are going to need a little more to take home the crown this year. Again, still 2 laps left, so plenty of time. But that's where we stand right now. Sophomores setting the tone and setting themselves apart from the pack with a dominant lap 3.
I think we have Ben Roy running again for the first years. He did so great on his last lap. I'm honestly commending him. How long of a break has he had? It's been, I think, 7 other runners, so maybe like 20 minutes-ish in between, I would still be recovering. I can't lie to you. I would still be recovering.
It's tiring.
It is tiring. I'm watching them and I'm getting tired. So,
Yeah.
you know, shout out to all the runners, honestly. So early in the day.
There we are. I feel like we haven't seen these two be close for a while, but we're back where we started mid-lap 1. Juniors and seniors, neck and neck. We are at a 2-tiered race right now. It goes sophomores, then first years, then juniors and seniors. I guess if we're counting the last 2 spots as well, a 3-headed race there with alumni and grads in that 3rd tier.
We have Benjamin Wellnitz running right now for the junior class, and he said his favorite place in Cleveland is his bed. So him being on the route right now, running in the Hudson Relays, shout out to you, Ben, because I love my bed as well. So we appreciate you being here. Really bad.
I know. Nice early day here, but Ben's getting the energy up. So we're just seeing the first years completing their lap and the juniors handing off.
And
to
Ben
get
just passed
close.
out on the I would do it too for dramatic effect, you know.
So what we're looking at now is the first years are 3 minutes behind the sophomores. They were 30 seconds behind 1 lap ago. So that sophomore lead has expanded by 2.5 minutes in this last lap. With 2 laps to go, we are over 60% through this race, and we're gonna need, if you're a freshman, some energy to catch up. We're looking right now and seeing juniors solidly ahead of the seniors, probably 45-ish seconds there between them.
Yes, Adriana, keep it up.
That's Adriana Kamer. She loves going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. Great spot. Obviously one of the most legendary places for music that exists, period.
Never been there either.
Really? You should go before I guess you still have another year after, but you have plenty. You should go once, though. You should go once.
There's a lot of places I need to go to, like
Yeah.
so many
I
places.
was gonna say you should go before you graduate. I'm like, you're a junior.
I know. I'll try. I'll be here this summer. You know, do things.
There
Go
you
outside.
go. Yeah, no, especially. Have you been here in Cleveland for a summer before?
Yeah, I was here last summer.
Okay, got
but
it.
I was working 2 jobs, and they
Oof.
were both 40 hours, so I did not have
Wow.
time to do anything.
Oh my gosh, slammed. Wow, that's really busy.
You know.
Yeah, that's wow. That's tough. 2 jobs. I will say, hopefully you have a little more time this year because Cleveland summers are my favorite. When the
I hope
weather's good,
so.
this city is.
That's what everyone was
unmatched.
telling me last
It's-
summer. That's why I was so excited. So I was really sad
then
that I
you're just so
didn't get
busy.
to experience it. But I'm also working 2 jobs again this summer.
Oh wow.
Hopefully.
80 hours still?
Oh heck no.
Okay, good.
No. I will be seeing the sun.
Good.
I hope.
And that's how it should be.
Exactly.
So we're looking here. It's close. It's really close.
It is.
The juniors are ahead. The seniors are close behind.
First years making their way to Fribley. Oh, and the sophomores are. Yeah, no, they. This has to be like a 4-minute lead going up the elephant stairs. 'Cause
That can
looking
take a
at where
little
the
bit.
first years were.
Yeah, there was a 3-minute gap to start the lap, so probably right in that range.
Yeah.
So as we're seeing the juniors and seniors are about to be finishing their 3rd laps, the timing gap we're looking at is about 2 minutes between the first years and the juniors. So interestingly now, it really isn't a 2-headed race between the sophomores and the first years. It's looking more like a pretty even spread with the sophomores solidly a couple minutes in the lead. The first years, 2-3 minutes, probably 3-ish minutes behind. Then the juniors and seniors another 2-3 minutes behind them. Alumni grad students a little bit further off.
We just saw the grad student hand off from Stephanie Leon Quinones to Kevin Yang, and he's taking off. He's going hot, honestly. So maybe there's.
Yeah.
That's very optimistic thinking, but maybe the grads will pull forth.
But
Maybe.
you're noticing the grads are just entering Mather Quad. So they need to go through Mather Quad, run around all of North Residential Village, come back through Mather Quad, and then go up to the Rock to finish their lap. So the sophomores are about half a lap up from them.
Yeah.
So we'll see based on the trends of how things go. But sophomores definitely taking a pretty dominant lead. Grads are a little bit behind. For the sophomore class here, you're looking at August Matkov. He has a Magic the Gathering card collection valued at over $1,000. Wow. I don't really know enough about Magic the Gathering to know how much cards are usually worth, but I feel like if he put it as a fun fact. That has to be impressive.
Yeah. Oh, we see Alicia Bailey running for the juniors. She's making headway. But you know, we're still past the seniors. Alicia, you got it. Alicia, please.
This is a tough leg here for the seniors. Looking like the pace is slowing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Handoff coming soon-ish.
Soon-ish.
We're not right around the corner. Emphasize the ish.
Soon-ish. You know, she's almost by Fribley, though. I hope. And, you know, she's staying ahead. So, yeah. I can only imagine. I don't even know what the weather outside is really today, but I don't think it's hot, so I think they should be good.
No, obviously there was a chance of rain on the forecast. Right now it's not raining. We're actually at almost 70 degrees out.
Oh, so it's nice out.
But it's kind of windy, and the chance of rain has increased at noon to about 65%.
Whoever is running for the alums right now, he is doing y'all so great.
Look at this.
He's really putting in the effort. This is so, like, I just love when people are so dedicated and willing to still be participatory, you know, in school traditions. Like, I don't know. I know, like, this year or last year, there was a reunion, like a 50-year reunion for one of the graduating classes.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of, like, older people, but there was, like, maybe, like, 70 people in attendance from, like, a class in the I think it was, like, in the 60s.
Wow.
60s or 70s, and I was like, wow, that is, like, staying in touch with those members of your class, you know, made me think about, like, my graduation and how things would be 30, 20 years down the line, you know?
Yeah. It's pretty special when you think about, you know, you build your community at a university and sticks with you forever, and that you might want to be coming back 50 years after you graduate, 60 years after you graduate to celebrate the experiences you had at that point in your life. It's pretty special.
It's beautiful.
It is. It really is. So you're looking here at the Elephant Stairs. A lot of classes are approaching Fribley right now and are going up the stairs to Carlton Commons. Fribley is a dining hall for students living on the south side of campus. It was renovated for the 2021 school year. A $19 million project that boasts LEED Silver certification. So another very environmentally friendly building.
I saw a very beautiful building. Like, that renovation is very much needed. I never saw Fribley prior to the renovation,
really?
but I looked at the pictures, and the new building is wow.
That's another thing that makes me feel old. Yeah, it definitely.
Oh, you saw old Fribley?
Yeah.
Huh?
You see, that's the generation I'm in. Old Fribley.
Old
generation.
Fribley. You know, we're new Fribley here, big steppers. So come on.
Yeah, because I was. It was renovated for the 2021 school year.
So that was like over COVID?
So yeah, so I saw Old Fribley my first year and half of my second year. And then New Fribley, like, exactly, like for
Senior year.
Yeah, my junior and senior year it was updated. So it was a big change. Everyone was really excited about
I was so surprised when I looked at the pictures. I said, oh, okay. This is nice.
Yeah, no, it's really
was
nice.
so nice.
I'm trying to think. It was renovated a year before you got to campus?
I believe so,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
The alumni.
This
running
alumni
his second
runner,
lap.
exactly. He's been running, and he did great on his first lap. He's back again.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
Ron,
very impressive.
Ron Layback.
Yeah. Two-leg runner. He's substituting for someone who couldn't make it for leg 29, which is this leg currently. Sophomores are really separating themselves right now. Crossing the bridge here. The way the route goes is a reminder. After you go to the Rock, Fribley up the Elephant Stairs to Carlton Commons, going to the top of Edgehill at Overlook, then going down to the Art Studio, which the sophomores just passed. They'll be running next to the corner of Euclid and Adelbert, then running by Peter B. Lewis Building, the southeastern edge of North Residential Village on Juniper Road, going around NRV in front of Hitchcock House, then back to the Clark Howell on the Mather Quad, and back to the Rock. This route truly encompasses all of campus. Every place where there's really a campus building, at least in campus proper, is touched on this route, which you love to see because everyone can get engaged. You can, you know, even if you're not running, even if you're not participating, you could still watch from your window in your dorm, hypothetically, if you want to.
Yeah, Thinking about how good a view the people in the first year dorms and in the village dorms have
Right?
of that side. And even in the Greek houses like
Yeah.
AFE, SAE,
Yeah.
ZBT, they can all see the participation right now.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. It's true. Sophomores still up ahead here.
About to hand off.
What's interesting about if you look at the history of the race, now obviously it's just for students and the goal is, run around, celebrate campus and the experience this year. In the earliest years of the Hudsons, there was actually a custom that was supposed to, have meaning associated with it as well. In the earliest years, basically a message was carried from the mayor of the village of Hudson, Ohio to the Western Reserve University president, and the runners carried that message as the baton in the early years. Pretty interesting little history tidbit there, and again, just a little glance into how things have evolved and changed with history. That was a celebratory run there for sophomore number 34, Samuel Haugen. Favorite place in Cleveland? CMA. Beautiful art museum. Must go to for anyone in the University Circle area. He handed it off here to Kaylin Ivey, who likes the Botanical Gardens, another great place to go in the University Circle area.
She's got a good pace going.
Yeah. Very solid pace.
You think it would be faster to cut through Tink? They were cheating. Honestly, like,
Imagine just like a runner.
I feel like it would be, because I think this walk is longer than running past Tink.
But then it's like, do you feel weird running indoors with other students there?
Please, I could do it. I speed walk through Tink every day. They tell me, oh, Ayo, you're always on a mission. I'm like, yes, I gotta get to class. I'm going for the Cleveland Hearing and Speech Center. I'm going to Glennon.
Yeah.
That's not a 15-minute walk at all.
That is the opposite side of Canada.
I'm saying,
that's
like,
not close.
I hate when my schedule does that. You know?
Yeah.
But you can't relate anymore. Like,
I know. I can't. I feel like, I don't know. Last year when I announced, I still definitely felt super engaged with everything, like as like a almost like half a current student mindset, because I was just out of school. I knew so many people here still. This is the year where I'm like, I don't know as many people now. I'm aging a little bit.
even me, like, I see the first years, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
hi.
You'll see that next year as
I
well.
don't know your name,
that
but
younger crowd, and it's like, wow, that's
no, and they look so young. Like, we've
They
been
do,
having
yeah.
the open houses because I also work in admissions.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I've just been talking to a lot of the first years, and I just look at them. I'm like, oh my god, you're so like baby. You're so hi. I feel so old, and I know I'm not old, but it just wow, makes me feel old.
Yeah, I know.
I can't.
Man, it's kind of funny. It's just the time works in mysterious ways. It's interesting. Like, I feel like I started college so long ago, but simultaneously it doesn't feel that long.
That long.
Yeah, it's like this weird balance of it feels like forever ago, but also I remember things very distinctly. That could feel like when I think about being a first year in college, I'm like, that's forever ago. And then I think about an event that happened, and I'm like, that's been 6 years? It's been 6 years since that event? It's kind of funny. I haven't seen this route.
I think it was a mistake.
Based on the smile, it definitely was a mistake. I'm not sure if that route would set the alumni back or not. I think it would. I think it's longer.
Those steps, yeah.
Yeah,
It
because you're
definitely
going.
did.
He might have gone all the way to Veal and down.
Yeah.
That's gonna slow their time down.
Drastically.
Yeah, considerably it will. You don't love to see that if you're an alum. Sets us back a little bit when we needed to catch up. And these two are still neck and neck.
Okay, well, I'm going to need the juniors to just, get back. We were doing so great. There was a consistent pace there, The blue was behind the green, and that's kind of how this should work, The green should come first. That's like the earth, and then you look up into the sky. So you should look back at the blue, not, in front. But
that was Justin Coker handing it off to James Farmer for the seniors. For the juniors,
is
the
that Aaron
handoff
Quinlan?
just happened as well. It was. Who handed it off to Kate Menzer. Kate Menzer now running for the juniors. She likes to run, which should ideally be helpful for this.
She can get our lead back, maybe.
For the seniors, James Farmer.
He looks like he runs like in running club. They just, there's a pace that they run at that you just know somebody runs.
Yeah.
You would know I don't run. I walk on the treadmill.
That's funny. James, another individual whose favorite location in Cleveland, Progressive Field. And yes, I will be shouting it out every time. For the last 2 years since I graduated, I've been working for the Guardians, so loving the ability to stay in Cleveland and support a baseball team. And MLB is a sport I've loved since I was a kid. Seeing a first-year handoff here. It's close right now. And again, I said it before, I'll say it again. We started off as first years, sophomores, very close, very tight in the race. First years even taking a lead at some point. Now the landscape's changed a little bit, and that the sophomores have, I've used the term before, I'll use it again, asserted their dominance a little bit. The first years are not that much ahead of the seniors and the juniors. The seniors have now passed the juniors. The three of them will be vying for second place as the race currently stands.
How I wish. How I wish. But the lead is not bad at all, so I really do think that we can pull through. Really wonder where the grad students are at this point. They should be on their fourth lap right now. At the time we looked, they were trying to finish the third lap at the time. So
yeah, I think it depends on pace. My guess would be they're close, maybe have just started. Definitely a little bit behind these other classes. I love the celebration.
Energy. We love to see it. And he's going. Exactly. See, I love the beginning of like each leg when the runner starts. You really see how into it they are. And then obviously, naturally, you know, lactic acid buildup, you get tired. But it's so nice to see.
It really is. I completely agree.
Kate Menzer prepping for a handoff to Erica Rice. Oh, and we are seeing a handoff for the first years. Wow, they're really picking up.
So we're looking in the back here. The grad students have completed their lap around NRV. So they need to do one more handoff at Mather Quad, and then they'll be on their fourth lap.
Oh.
So still probably, 2-3 minutes until they complete this lap.
For seniors running, we have Jack McVitie waiting to hand off to Douglas.
Jack, really interestingly, was a guitarist for a band named the Sons of Greek Love, who actually opened for Waka Flocka Flame earlier this year.
Oh,
yeah.
That was this year? Wow.
Yeah.
How time has evaded me. Oh yeah, that is true. That was this year.
Do they perform on campus?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Waka? Okay, so the band performed on campus, and then Waka Flocka Flame was on
Yeah.
campus too. That's cool.
I did not.
I didn't know
go
he
to
even
that
came to
concert.
campus.
He did.
When was this? I guess this year.
It was this year. It was this year.
Nice.
This semester has felt so long. Wow.
Yeah, I remember my last
This
one.
has
I've been
just
all
been.
since
That's funny.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Jack McVitie handing up to Douglas Gurdak.
Oh, really? Okay.
His favorite place in Cleveland is also the Cleveland Museum of Art. I really do need to start going to the museums more often. We have free admission to these. Well, not you anymore. But
Thanks.
I have free admission to these
I know.
things, and I don't use them.
You ever been to the botanical gardens?
For stages
Okay.
once, but it was cold.
You should go and swim with the butterflies. They'll land on
I'm
you.
scared of butterflies.
Oh.
I'm not scared of them, but just the thought of butterflies is ah.
I will say they show a video and they just look, but before the.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not like a science mind here, but basically they do just look like bugs before the wings come.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that in biology.
Yeah.
The larvae,
Exactly.
the pupa. I remember all
There we
that
go.
stuff.
There we go.
Yeah. We're about to see.
You
another
remember,
hand now.
unlike me.
Not too much. Okay, heading off to, I think that's Brooke Bryant. Let me see. That is. I really try my best to remember people's names on campus, just so it's nice to say hi when you see them, And she's actually coincidentally from my town in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's not that many of us here, so.
Small world. So you're from a town outside Dallas?
Yeah. It's just easier to say Dallas because nobody knows.
I did the same for Chicago.
where I am.
So this is a grad student here, a little bit behind still. This is Andrew Levy.
I think he may have been running multiple laps.
Yeah, he did not do a handoff.
Yeah.
He's still running, trying to complete this leg for the grad students to get them started on lap 4 of 5.
And with a backpack.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I would not do that.
And now we're cutting here to the sophomores. Zachary Bott running by North Residential Village. They are on the verge of lapping the graduate students, the sophomores. They probably won't for a little bit of time, but it is close.
they hit 40, they're almost done. That's gonna be the beginning of their last lap.
Yes. Yeah. The race goes by fast, doesn't it?
It really has. It does not feel that long. I feel like we were just here at 8 o'clock and now it's 11. Like, how?
Isn't that the funniest thing with announcing? I feel like sometimes when you say, "Whoa, we have like a 3-hour broadcast or whatever, a 2-hour game, whatever it is," it can feel so long. Even an hour podcast, something like that. But when you're actually talking in the midst of it, it really flies by.
It really has flied by. Flip. Guys, I've written enough papers this week. My brain is fried.
That's funny.
Shout out to the golf cart drivers.
Yeah.
Have to have been going in laps this whole time, same route.
I know. Not easy. You're seeing here sophomores running around campus, down Bellflower Road, exiting North Residential Village. That was introduced in 2003, running through North Residential Village, that is, to engage more students in the first, especially of the first years on campus. And that is what led to the race being reduced from 26 to 24.5 miles.
And that obviously worked. Look at the first years. The first years are putting in work neck and neck with the sophomores. I feel like, this is my hypothesis, I think they've been training secretly. They didn't tell anyone else, but they've all 50 of them have been meeting and running together around the campus. Because this pace that they're keeping, astronomical. And the support is just so nice. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
This is just,
The sophomore class, I would say entering this year's race, they ran well last year, but I didn't necessarily say they're a lock to win this year. I thought there was a real chance that they would not win and not be able to maintain their streak of potentially 3 years in a row for the Burger Beer Dinner or 4 years for Steak and Champagne. Things have changed. They're looking stronger this year than last. They're looking excellent.
Right now, running for the sophomores, we have Jonah Keller, and he will actually be performing at Springfest tonight.
Nice. Busy day.
Will be in the opening band, Lake Effect. So if you're going to be here for Springfest, stop by to see one of our runners, Jonah Keller, perform in Lake Effect. Lake Effect? I'm not a musician. I don't know. Yeah.
You're looking here at the sophomores who are close to completing their 4th lap. That means the sophomores are getting close to the finish line for the 2024 Hudson Relays, the 114th annual Hudson Relays. The sophomores are approaching victory.
It really are.
This is a dominant lead right now. Again, there's still a lap after this, but this is some real cushion that should be quite helpful as the sophomores try to close out this race strong here. Seeing the grad students here now. This is Sachin Mittal for the grad students. Lakes Adventures and going to Lake Erie. Looks like the handoff is happening for the sophomores now. Their time is still very stellar. They are about a minute over pace in that last lap of the winning time. If we look at the target time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, they are on track to beat that by a couple minutes. If they maintain pace right now, I think they will beat their time last year by about 10 minutes total and be faster than both the 2023 and 2022 winners. Obviously, that's contingent on how they run in this last lap, but they are on pace for an excellent showing this year. I mean, it already has been, even more so.
See the alum.
A little bit behind. Again, I mean, as the race goes on, you start to see some of these gaps widen a little bit as there's more time for leads to grow. One of our new camera angles here, showcasing you the entire quad. Now you can see runners running throughout the entire quad. This is one of our 12 cameras this year. 2 more than last, 4 more than 2 years ago. This show is getting bigger and bigger for you every single year.
Honestly, I love how Hudson's has grown and expanded since my first year on campus. Like, seeing the support also, you can tell the change. It's really nice to see.
It really is. I completely agree. It's impressive. And as we're entering the last lap for the sophomores, want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the entire crew who helps make this happen. The crew has just done an incredible job. Davey Barris, our technical director, has been doing this forever with me. Is amazing. Did a great job with it. Nina DeSalvo, production manager. Noah DeSantis, audio technician. Thank the three of you so much. Also want to thank all of our camera operators. Jeanette Coker, Byron Weems, Brian Trail, Andrew Majeski, Jay Hovenick, Matt Triola, Jeff Casarda, Robert Benny, Kevin Gibson, Daniel Ward, Jim Carr, and Glenn Gahagan. Thank you all for operating these cameras and allowing the entire campus community and people who aren't in Cleveland anymore see this race. Also want to give a shout out to our 2 golf cart drivers. That's not an easy job. So Cindy and Manav, you're killing it. What an amazing race it's been so far. The campus, as always, is coming together, and it never gets any less beautiful to see.
I wonder how the runners are doing. Have we seen any interviews happen with Jared or Sedona or Alicia?
Don't think so. Not sure. Maybe a technical issue there. Not sure. But so yeah, you're stuck with us. Sorry, folks.
I think they're having a great time. We're like really good hosts. We are.
Well, we are looking at the first years winning, or excuse me, competing and leading over the other classes, which would be the seniors.
Yeah.
So the seniors have definitely passed up the juniors considerably now, and the sophomore lead has expanded. We're looking at right now sophomores a dominant first place, followed by the first years who are now very close with the seniors, likely the juniors behind, and then the alumni and then the grads, but don't know 100% on that until we get some different angles.
I see running for the seniors
so
right
there's
now,
the alumni.
Viraj Gorti. That is our class officer collective executive treasurer. Shout out Viraj. I do believe he will also be running the president's lap later, so he will be the 50th leg
2 legs.
after this. So 2 legs. I'm really commending everybody that's running 2 legs. I think that they deserve some extra cilantro or brassica on the quad after this, which I will be going to get after this as well.
Love it.
Wow, the juniors really, I don't know where they are, but obviously they're behind the seniors, so now nobody can even read our slogan.
If you're reading this, you're too slow.
No one's reading it.
That's because
Okay, I see
juniors
it.
could speed up a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's coming. I saw the alum putting it in for real. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Number 8. What do we have for the seniors? Who do we have?
The seniors looking to have their last year be their fast year. I'd say it's been a relatively fast year, but could be a little faster if they want to take a lead here at the end, but it's going to be a tough go given the timing.
Honestly, I think the best thing is just to not go out last or like 4th, last out of 6, but like in 4th place. You know, seniors give a little, they have this reputation of like, you know, not caring as much because it's senior year. So I feel like seeing them in 3rd place right now is actually really promising, because it's like, okay, we're gonna do something before we take off from, you know, Case Western as a whole.
Fair.
Maybe they'll come
That's
back
very
in
fair.
the alumni team. Maybe we'll see some of them on the grad team. I do feel like we will, just because, you know, trends and whatnot. That's what tends to happen. You see the juniors, last leg of the 4th lap.
Yeah.
Who's running? Amelia Mervold. Favorite place in Cleveland is Barrio.
Classic. And what you saw before the handoff to Amelia was the finishing of lap 4 for both the first years and the seniors, and the gap has widened. So we were looking at the end of lap 2, the sophomores were leading by 30 seconds over the first years. At the end of lap 3, that became 3 minutes. At the end of lap 4, that is now a 6-minute gap. That is going to be really hard to make up. You can see how far the sophomores are. This is not a race for 1st and 2nd right here. What you're seeing behind the sophomores are the graduate students who have just been lapped by the sophomores. So the graduate students, a little bit of a ways to go. Don't be fooled. The sophomore lead is massive right now. It looks like a race for 2nd between the first years and the seniors who are close behind. Right now, the first years are still in 2nd place, just in front of the seniors. if we're looking at the future of things, a sophomore win would be big. They have their class year engraved on the rock near Adelbert for the 2nd year in a row. They are 1 year, 1 win away from a burger beer dinner, 2 from a steak and champagne dinner. This was the showing you were looking for if you're a sophomore, at least for now. Juniors are getting close now to finishing their 4th lap. As we're cutting back to the sophomores here, we're looking at Claire Cosman. Favorite place in Cleveland, the aquarium. Sophomores doing well. Also, as a reminder to anyone on campus, there will be food on the quad at 12:30 p.m. in about 50 minutes for anyone who would like, if you're running. Cutting back now to the first years. The grad students actually catching back up here. They were a lap before, but a little bit of a surge has them maybe being no longer lapped. That's what we're seeing right here. Hao En Liu, favorite place in Cleveland, Mitchell's Ice Cream, is running very well for the graduate students.
And we have Kate Tremblay running really, really well for the sophomore class. You know, losing pace a little bit, but you know, they have a lead, so she's pacing herself.
Yeah, no need to rush here if you're the sophomores. But you still want to set a strong time.
I'm so excited for the President's Lab. Like,
that's what you're a people. You work with them all the time in COC.
I know.
It'll be great to have your input. Last year, I didn't know who was the presidents as much. Now I have you. Now I have your input,
Now here
your
I
expertise.
am.
That's why I needed you back. Live look at the Elephant Stairs. A tough lap. Great camera angle here, being able to actually see the runners go up these stairs. And if you haven't walked them in a while, just a reminder, they are steep. They aren't fun to go up when you're walking, let alone running. That is one of the toughest laps to run if you're in this race.
Honestly, I would walk that lap. Just saying. Just saying. Like, out of breath walking up the elephant stairs, that's me. Out of breath running up the elephant stairs, that is a recipe for passing out. Like,
It's valid.
I was so excited I lived at the bottom of the hill sophomore year. I couldn't.
That's nice. I lived in Clark, actually, which I don't think sophomores can live in Clark anymore. But
I don't think so. I know my year you could have on the 11th floor.
My year, it was, the year before me, it was half of the building. My year,
Half.
I was like 7 or 8. Yeah, so it's slowly as classes increase in size.
And as they have the new
Yes.
dorms on Southside, you know, they
Very
named them
nice.
and everything. Before they used to call them, I think, new dorm building number 1 and new dorm building number 2. But they got names. I don't really remember. I think one's Fayette.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the only one that I know.
So that'll be something in future relay races we can talk about once they're open, which is exciting.
You can see the outline.
Exactly. You can see the outline of them being built. You can also see for the junior class, Kelly Van running. For a fun fact, she's allergic to the sun. So hopefully you're staying safe out there, Kelly.
Got
Thanks for
some
doing this.
sunscreen, some SPF.
Yeah, right?
There's probably not that much sun out, so she's slaying. She's doing good. Shout out Kelly. She loves the Great Lakes Science Center. That's somewhere I also haven't been. I think the moral of the story is that I need to go out in Cleveland more.
You have another year. Take
Did she drop the
advantage when you're
baton?
here.
Oh, she dropped her phone? Hat?
Oof.
What is that? Oh, it's a hat.
It's a hat, okay.
And she
At
went
least she
back.
got it back now. That's for the alumni.
They're really picking up the pace. They're at 38, so they have 2 more people in the last lap, I believe. And then
That's right.
in the second to last lap.
That's
Pardon
right.
me.
Yeah, that's a Queen Payne for the alumni. She's performed at the Royal Albert Hall in London before.
My
Impressive.
fault.
Now you're looking at the graduate students a little bit behind them.
Where am I?
And what's interesting now is the sophomores have slowed down a little bit. They lapped the graduate students before, and now the graduate students have actually been on a faster pace for the last maybe 2-3 legs now. And the runners are going to be going down the other side of the quad here, I should say. And sooner or later, they will be about halfway through this last lap. And as they go down, they'll go to the corner of Euclid and Adelbert.
And then run through the NRV. I feel like this is where the tensions are really rising.
Yeah.
You know, it's the last half of the last lap. Is anybody gonna catch up to the sophomores? They are in lead still, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty solid lead. At least a couple minutes. Probably about 5-ish.
Do we think they can hold out? Do we think they can keep it till the end of the race?
I'll have to see.
Are they
And
gonna
if
run
so,
it
who
back?
gets second? Will they run it back, as their slogan says? And you're seeing the two runners. They're approaching the corner of Euclid and Adelbert soon. Also at the corner of Euclid and Adelbert are some interesting campus buildings, one of them being Severance Hall. Opened in 1931 as the home of the Cleveland Orchestra. Seeing the graduate students maintain that that little bit of a lead to not be lapped from the sophomores. Cutting back to the alumni here, it's a Queen Payne again. Alumni closing in on finishing that 4th lap.
Passing, handing off soon in front of Clark Hall to Yong Hao Feng.
And across the street from Mather Quad is, of course, my home when I was here on campus, the Peter B. Lewis building as a business major. You're seeing it in the background there. That's PBL. It famously has no right angles. It was opened in 2002. And what's really interesting is Peter B. Lewis, the former chairman of Progressive Insurance, donated $36.9 million for it to be built 3 years prior in 1999. That's the equivalent of nearly $70 million today. The architect of the building, world famous Frank Gehry. His work is basically essentially known to just defy categorization, which you can probably see when you look at the building. I don't even know how you would describe it. But he's worked on many famous buildings, including Spain's Guggenheim Museum, the Walt Disney Concert Hall, and the Dancing House in Prague. Sophomore class is feeling good. They're feeling really good. You can tell. They're screaming, the hands are up, the energy is there. Sophomore class is saying, we are closing in on running it back.
They really are. Okay, I'm gonna switch my vote. It's no longer the class of 2025. I'm rooting for the sophomores now.
You just want to be on the winning side.
I'm honorary. Yes.
at least you're admitting to it.
Yeah. Shout out to the camera.
It's a great lap there for the sophomores.
No, definitely. They know they've got this, so it's really just they're chilling right now, I feel.
Yeah. No, they're definitely, I think, are a little bit knowing that it's the time that they can start to celebrate a little. You never want to celebrate too early. You don't want to before the race ends, but obviously they're feeling good right here. That was Joshua Hernandez showing his energy for us here, nearing the end of his lap. Favorite place on campus, Veal Natatorium, maybe a swimmer. And the handoff has happened. Emil Lasita for the sophomores now running. His favorite place in Cleveland is Barrio, but specifically for the free chips. Free chips are great, I'll say that. And we're looking here as the sophomores approach North Residential Village. So here's the path for winning for the sophomores. They have to run around NRV in the area around. They're going to cut back, go back through Mather Quad, and they are back at the Rock. We are not too far off from a sophomore victory. We'll see if any other class has a burst of speed, but it looks like it's likely that the landscape won't change for the sophomores winning, meaning that it is likely a battle for second. Looking at the seniors here now.
We have Vansh Khatri running a good race for them. They're ahead of the juniors, right?
They are. They are. Juniors are 4th place right now. They are ahead of the alumni, though.
I mean, I would hope so.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. Oh, the camaraderie with the classmates running with him. That's so encouraging.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah. Just kidding, keep on running. Don't stop. We need to kind of win.
One of our cameras overlooking Quad and south side of campus.
Did you have any predictions for the race today? Did you think?
I was honestly, based on our conversation, it seemed like with all the track and field people, the sophomores would be looking good, but I definitely I'd say was most curious on if the sophomores would be able to get a streak going. And the time I've announced, I haven't been able to see a class really get a streak going, and especially a young one. This will be 2 wins in their first 2 years, meaning they're eligible for the steak and champagne dinner. I will say there was definitely, as much as I want to support my team as the alums, and I was hoping we could win on the 50th anniversary of our first ever win, there's definitely a piece of me that is really excited about the prospect of a race next year in which the sophomores might have a chance at a burger and beer dinner. And then if they win that, steak and champagne. There are exciting rewards on the line for the sophomore class, assuming they hold on to this lead here. Seniors aren't too far behind, but it's definitely still a couple minutes. That was Vanch Khatri here. Favorite place in Cleveland Public Square. Alumni a little bit behind both. Still have to go up the elephant stairs, around Little Italy, and make their way back. This is Michael Saluga running for the Alumni.
Am I correct in saying that they have to touch the rock at the end of the race? Is that?
They do. So with the last lap, they do a handoff, they go around the quad, and the official time is when a team touches the baton to the rock on a Delbert Hall. And that's something we're going to be looking for not too far from now, so make sure you stay tuned. We are going to have our winner in just a couple of minutes. You can see it live soon. Every class will also be taking pictures and celebrating upon completion as well. So you're seeing the seniors have definitely taken over the first years.
Yeah, we've had a lot of first years run the same legs though. I know Evan was running 2 laps. I know Charlie ran 2 laps. Jasper ran 2 laps. So the 32nd runner, the 35th runner, the 37th runner, they were running multiple laps. So I feel like them getting tired kind of slowed down the pace for them a little bit maybe. And right now we have Moisola Kinwande running 2 laps as well. So
it definitely shows that greater engagement and participation will help you. The sophomores had very few multi-leg runners, if any. I think it was 1 or 2. And the seniors started off in 3rd place, really competing for 3rd. The first years were way up over the seniors. They were significantly ahead. They were competing for 1st, and all of a sudden they've lost 2nd. And it's tiring. You want to be able to switch runners at every half-mile interval if you can, to be able to make sure that everyone's staying energized. Interesting to see if the first years can come back here. They had a great start, a great showing. It felt like it was going to be a really close finish. Though it's definitely widened between the sophomores and them now, you never know what can happen. There's still a little bit of race left.
No, we're at like the 45th to 46 runners.
Yeah.
So
only a couple left here. Another 2 leg runners, you're saying, for the first years. They are.
Who do we have running right now? That's not what I thought it was. I don't know.
First years entering NRV shortly.
A handoff. Love to see it. Oh, a little car stop.
First years, you don't want that. You want to run as fast as you can, but obviously you have to respect the traffic.
Respect the traffic laws.
That was for the first years. A chance and a hope to get caught up to the seniors for 2nd place. Right now, we know who the leader is.
Yeah, we have the sophomores making it down East 115th. They're about to hit Bellflower. You know, William Frost he's running. He has that lead for them, and I don't know how close it can be made. We are still in Little Italy. Okay.
That is a gap. We're definitely seeing a gap.
Class.
So here's what's interesting is in past years there have often been tiers of classes who are close. It feels like this year there are distinct places that as the race has progressed, each class is falling into. We're looking at pretty decisively sophomores in the lead, seniors in 2nd, first years in 3rd, juniors in 4th, then alumni, then graduate students. Rarely have I seen a race where every place is feeling relatively secure, though I think the one that could be most likely to change is the first years jumping over the seniors again, potentially.
I think that's possible. I think the juniors are pretty set where we're at. There's no changing that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far behind the alumni are. That would be my question. Haven't seen them in a little bit.
Let's see. I don't know. For our second to last leg for the junior class, we have Nicholas Lende, and he ran in the Junior Olympics. So maybe
No kidding.
Maybe he can give us a little comeback or something.
Ooh.
Like
We'll have to make sure we capture that when he's running. I'll be very interested in that leg.
he can do the half mile in like 3 seconds. You know, just do the dash like the Flash. Oh, that rhymed.
Ooh. I was gonna say, was that unintentional?
That
or
was
intentional?
unintentional. Give me a
know what?
notepad, somebody. Let me.
Wow. Applause for that one, Io.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. He's getting tired. I would be getting
Little
tired
bit of fatigue
too,
here for the
Adam.
junior class.
I would be getting tired too.
Probably not the showing you were hoping for. The sophomores are close, ladies and gentlemen. The sophomores are close.
They're almost there.
That's Mitchell Moulin. He is the second to last runner before the President's Lap. He's handing it off to Adam Saar now. Adam looking to complete the 49 first runners and have the President's Lap begin.
Oh, Adam.
You're seeing now PBL in the background. Adam will then be running by Tincomville University Center with
Yeah, he knows
celebration
he got
in
it. He
mind.
knows he got it.
Adam is celebrating. On the other side of Tink is KSL, or Kelvin Smith Library. It's the main library on campus supporting the teaching and research of CWRU, built with the intention of having warm, inviting, and effective spaces. So let's make sure we keep it on the sophomores here. I want to make sure we can see every moment of their win that is very, very close to coming to fruition.
Okay. We're kind of doing something.
Juniors not too far behind.
Not far behind. Oh wait, we're just starting the north. Yeah, never mind.
I mean,
no,
not
no,
like-
no.
Not too far behind the
He's
first years.
We're so good.
They're not that far behind third place.
Oh,
So
Adam.
let's get this look here at Adam, who is just clearly elated. So
no,
remember,
he's
folks,
so happy. I
the-
love that.
it's amazing to see. He's going to the binary walk. And
Oh
look
my
at the sophomore
God! And
class.
we love the support. We love the applause. We love the cheering,
Everybody
the chanting.
is
I
here.
love that.
Now,
I love that.
We need to remember this doesn't end the race. There's a handoff, and then there will be Aranka, who's running the President's Lap for the
Raka
sophomore.
Varsani for the win, and they all run together. This is so nice to watch.
Now,
Oh my God!
last year, Aranka was in a tight race, and she actually had to run well in order for the then first-year class to win.
Yeah, she did.
And she did run well. This
Did we
year
get
is
to see this
stress-free,
lap?
though. This year is stress-free.
Do we get to see this lap?
The handoff has happened. If we can, it would be great to get a
Aranka's lap.
look. Here we are.
Okay. Yes, Aranka.
This is the
Running
sophomore
alongside
class president.
Elena. Okay, that's the sophomore class president on the left, and that is the sophomore class media and public relations officer on the right, Elena White and Aranka Varsani. Aw, and they will be chairing Hudson Relays for next year. So this is so nice to commemorate. and
Very
watch.
exciting. Aranka is nearing what will be back-to-back wins for the sophomore class. Let's make sure we keep it here and we can see the celebrations that are soon to ensue for the sophomore class.
This is a low stakes run too. She could
I
really
know,
jog
she's-
it.
she's
could just-
relaxing.
she could catwalk it even. Like she does not need to stress at all. See, I would run my President's Lap if this is how it was gonna be. If this is
If you
how
don't
it
have to worry, you can chill.
This is how it would be for me. But you know, the one time I'm gonna do this is gonna be competition or something. Yeah, Aranka, get
We
to that
are
rock.
about to have our champions for the 114th annual Hudson Relays. They are closing in on victory. It's the sophomore class. Aranka completing her President's Lap here. And here we are.
Approaching the rock.
Here is the rock at Adelbert Hall, a camera perfectly positioned. Here's Aranka.
Woo!
there it is.
Congratulations to the sophomore class of 2026 as the winners of the 114th Hudson Relays competition. You know, I had a little doubt in my heart when they told me they would be trying to run it back, but I do fear that they did that. They did that exactly.
Folks, here is your 2024 Hudson Relay champions. They are celebrating. It is the sophomore class who have come out victorious for the 114th annual Hudson Relays. Their time, 2 hours, 5 minutes. That is 8 minutes faster than their winning speed last year. and equivalent to the winners of 2022. The sophomores said, we are not only going to run it back, we are going to improve. We are going to get better. The sophomores made a statement today. The sophomores said, you will not beat us. And that is what you like to see from the Hudson Relays. That was dominance. Now, if we're looking ahead, the sophomores now have won 2 years in a row. If they win the 2025 Hudson Relays, they have earned a class burger and beer dinner. Now, if they win that, then they would have a chance to win 4 years in a row and have a steak and champagne dinner for the whole class with the president. If they do that, they would be the first class to do that in 15 years. Let's not think ahead, though. What we're thinking about for the sophomores is now 1 year from a burger and beer dinner, potentially. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Now we're getting close for some other teams as well. We're looking at the seniors here who are closing in on a win, or a second place, I should say. They're closing in on second place and a win over the first years who were ahead of them for much of the race.
See Adam Chen coming in. Honestly, I'm really surprised, but I'm also proud of the senior class pulling out of, they were in 4th place for a good chunk of the race. So coming in as runners up, wow.
Yeah, they interestingly only got stronger as the race went on, which I think is
teamwork.
Yeah,
Teamwork.
it's not common to see a class, especially a senior class, who they might be a little bit less engaged and have a little bit less turnout. It's not common to see that class come in and start
Okay.
Look at the class picture.
Second year class pick with the rock. So cute.
These are, once again, your Hudson Relay 2024 champions, the sophomore class, who have indeed ran it back for a second year in a row as champs.
And shout out to the sophomore class officers again for rallying their class to come out and support them in, their endeavors preparing for the race, making signs and cheering them on. Okay, we see Viraj Gorti has begun the president's lap for the senior class, and he's running like his life depends on it. Okay, Viraj. There's no one in sight, but he's even leading the support group behind him. Like, they're not even keeping the same pace. This is so nice to see. And they took a shortcut. See, he could have done that.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
that.
No cheating. No cheating, guys. Yes, for Raj. Okay, why do I feel like he went the long way? Did he not?
Live look at the quad here. Beautiful day outside. You can see the green in the trees. Harkness Chapel behind. Quad where the sciences generally buildings are held here. Engineering, pre-med classes, everything in that realm here on the quad. Zooming back in on the senior class, closing in on securing a shock second place finish.
Wow. Wow. Who would have thought?
I know. And then, just to clarify, those are grad students. They have a full lap to go after this.
Oh.
And here we are.
Yeah, touch the rock, touch the rock, touch the rock, touch the rock. Is it official? We can't see.
It looks like
Yes,
the
it
sophomore
is.
class has completed.
Senior.
Excuse me, yes, thank you. The senior class has completed the race, their time, 2 hours, 9 minutes. That leaves them at about 4.5 minutes behind the sophomore class. The seniors have completed the 2024 Hudson Relays. And now the first years.
Hot. We have Praveen Suresh Kumar, our first year vice president running. He's going to be handing it off to our first year president, Nia Brombat. And she's going to be running the president's lap, defining the first year class as the 3rd place in the 2024 Hudson Relays.
That's right. Again, an interesting race this year in that there were a lot of really classes who were close together for much of the time, but leads really got expanded and every class had a distinct spot and a distinct ranking. Is that a tour group right there?
Yeah, I was saying in the middle of the tour. They're getting to experience this live and direct, and that is beautiful.
That's awesome. It's like the best time for tours.
And we have Skylar running with Nia. This is so nice to see the CSE officers supporting one another.
And I will say, this is not the case every year, and I think it just shows the unity on campus. This is beautiful to watch.
It definitely does. Also shows like the interpersonal relationships that have grown through COC. I've watched this, the sophomore and freshman class like actually work together well with one another, and they have a really, really good blossoming relationship in terms of programming and just also interpersonally. So I really enjoyed this, that they're supporting one another as they make their wins.
Yeah, the camaraderie that is on campus here is wonderful, and it's amazing that it can be showcased at a time like this for the oldest program tradition on campus, the Hudson Relays. It's amazing to see classmates and friends supporting one another through something that might not be easy. These are long laps. They can be tiring for some folks.
Yeah, they can. Not everybody runs a marathon.
Exactly.
Not everybody's in the running club. Some people just unicycle when they do this.
There we go. Clearly a lot of people unicycle.
A lot of people unicycle when they do this. And we have Nia about to touch the rock, and it's official. We have our third place for the Hudson Relays of 2024. Nia Brombat representing the first year class.
The first years started off strong. They were only 30 seconds behind the sophomores, the ultimate winners, at the end of lap 2. They ended up having a few people have to repeat laps, which unfortunately just can make things a little tiring. The first years ended at 2 hours, 12 minutes. That left them about 2.5 minutes behind the seniors, who were 4.5 minutes behind the sophomores in their dominating victory this year. I had a target time of 2 hours, 10 minutes. The sophomore said, how about we beat that by 5? Live look at the grad students here. A little bit behind. We still have the juniors, alumni, and grad students yet to finish. The grad students have a significant portion of a lap left.
Honestly, I commend the first years because they had a lot of like repeat runners, and they were still able to get past the juniors, who I feel had unique runners for each lap. But here we are, coming in hot. Warm.
This was your class. I know you had a lot of optimism for a win at one point.
I did, and I still believe in y'all. Y'all are doing the thing. Y'all are doing great. Number 48 running right now. Ooh, she's definitely representing. But I'm proud of my class. I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of Case Western Reserve University today because I feel like we've really shown the Spartan spirit, Spartan pride. Everybody's been able to come out really early on a Saturday, and I know everybody has a busy day ahead of them planned, with Springfest coming in. That starts at 3 o'clock, and this is going to end at around 1, so between 1 and 3, that's the revamp time for everybody. 2 hours. Finals are coming up. People need to study, so coming out for the Hudson Relays is really, 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 really appreciative, especially at a rigorous academic institution like Case. It's just nice to see that everybody can put that aside for 4 hours on a Saturday morning and come run.
I could not agree more. This is, as you said, busy time of year, busy in general student population here, and it doesn't matter right now, does it? It's about something bigger than that, in the community that's being built, and it's being showcased right now.
It is.
It's beautiful to see. So the juniors are on their last leg now before the President's Lap. Woo! So going to see a handoff for your class there, Io.
Finally. Yeah, you got it, girl. I see her. Yeah, taking those breaths. That would be me too.
These laps can be tiring.
They are tiring.
We're going to have the handoff here in the heart of Mather Quad. And then from there, the last leg, and then finally, the President's Lap.
Hand off to Nicholas. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Yo, and he's doing the dash. Okay, this is what we needed. Oh, he's
the junior Olympic runner. I definitely want to keep it on him. I want to see how his pace changes. That is beautiful form.
I feel like
right
he will keep it consistent.
That is beautiful running form. You can tell he is well trained.
No, like he's trained. Like that is a runner and a track star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Impressive.
Shout out Nicholas.
And then after Nicholas's lap, we'll have the team captain running, who will be running in place of you.
Yeah, shout out Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. You're going to do great. I'll be cheering you on from here. Maybe really loudly, so I'm going to move my mic a little bit. But yeah.
Is Cindy on COC as well?
Cindy is on COC. She is our treasurer for the class of 2025, and she's going to be our incoming treasurer for the executive officer position. So she's going to be handling the finances of the entire class officer collective, and I'm a full fully confident in Cindy. Been working with her since my freshman year. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
Very exciting.
Thanks
And
again.
Cindy will be given the baton soon. Nicholas made quick time with his
I'm
last
saying,
leg. I think it was smart placement. I mean, if the
Yeah.
juniors were close at the end,
We would have definitely closed
like,
the gap.
Yeah. If it was close, there would have been a comeback with Nicholas. I don't know. Actually, how was that decided on the placement for who runs
You
which?
sign up.
Okay. This was so he chose to be last.
Yeah,
Good.
probably because of his, expertise.
He knows he's a
Honestly, I
monster.
think what we need to do now is find, or maybe just like get everybody to run in the Junior Olympics. That's going to be a senior next year, so that we can bag the one win. Because never winning a Hudson Relays in our time here is a little sad. I do believe the handoff has been completed to Cindy. I see Cindy. Yes, Cindy. Yes, Cindy. I do hope they can hear me on the field right now. Cindy's being accompanied by 2 friends. Yes, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, Cindy was also one of our golf cart drivers for the day with Manav, and that was a lot to do because she was also there for setup today. So shout out Cindy. Thank you for running my lap. Thank you for driving the golf cart around all day.
She's doing it
and
all.
thank you for all your commitment and time that you've put into COC this year. We're really, really appreciative of you. And as you complete this lap and are ready to touch the rock, I'm gonna be here cheering for you. And so is Alex. When
Absolutely.
the alumni time comes, I'll help him cheer for them too. But
Thank you.
he's gonna support me in supporting you right
Absolutely.
now, Cindy. So shout out Cindy. I
What's
hope
fun-
there's noise on the quad right now. Shouting out Cindy. Yeah.
We can't hear the volume out there, but I'm sure it is
I do believe so.
loud as the juniors are about to complete
Woo!
the Hudson Relays.
Yes. Thank you, Cindy.
The juniors with a final time of 2 hours, 17 and a half minutes. They finished about 5.5 minutes behind the first year class. One thing that's interesting, this year's race, 3 teams beat the pace of last year's winner. The sophomores won last year at 2 hours, 15 minutes. Now this year, they finished at 2:05. The seniors finished at 2:09. The first years finished at 2:12. We have 3 classes that would have won last year, which won this year. We've seen elevated performances in the 114th iteration of the Hudson Relays. Here's the alumni. Not too far behind. The juniors definitely ended up with the lead, but the alumni aren't too far back now.
And I'm rooting for them now that we're completed.
Thanks.
Of course.
This is Sue Latt. And she recently won a dream grant from her company to help out Myanmar conflict victims. So, wow, really happy for her. Thanks for sharing that as your fun fact, Sue. And congratulations. That's a beautiful cause to help the people out there in Myanmar.
Where are the graduate students at this point? I feel like we haven't seen them since they were neck to neck with the sophomores in their lap behind them.
Yeah, I think there was a quick glance when they were going to start going up the elephant stairs again. My guess is they still probably are about 10, 15 minutes off.
Cool.
Just a guess on my end. Obviously depends on pace, but now I guess we're going to keep it with the alumni here as they are close to completing, or I guess I should say we are close to completing
exactly.
our leg of the race.
Rep your group.
Yeah, my team doesn't change anymore. For 4 years, I had to adjust which class I supported. Now it's the same forever.
And now it's same forever. You don't see yourself coming back to Case
I guess
as
unless I become a grad student. That's fair. That's fair. Barring me coming back as a grad
There's
student.
room for change. Okay, we're about to see the handoff from Sula to Catherine Phillips. Exciting. Yeah, let's cheer her on. Exactly. See, the junior class has so much spirit. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Okay, Catherine.
Good for your class.
Oh, Catherine's in from Chicago. She goes to school in Chicago and is here repping in Cleveland today.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thanks for
you,
making it out, Catherine.
Oh, that's so... We love that. We love alumni endeavors to still be included, you know?
It's great to see.
It's so nice.
People graduate from here, and I think, it very commonly go all across, the nation. They really travel, maybe even the world in some cases, and it's great to see folks come back and come to campus.
It's so nice.
It is. You're seeing there was a 65% chance of rain at noon, and it's not looking like that anymore. The sun is looking like it's coming out a little bit, almost 70 degrees, sunny day. The runners had what could have been bad conditions, but ended up being great conditions.
And this is setting us up perfectly for Springfest.
Yes.
I'm excited.
We are just a couple of hours from the beginning of Springfest 2024, which is a place with inflatables, food, tons of music performances, student organization presence, being headlined by Bia Miller as an artist at the end. That'll be later at night. Last year, the artist headliner was 2 Chainz. So what we're looking at here is the alumni getting close to the end, and they'll have their team captain, James Siley, running after the handoff from Catherine. Looking down the road, you see Euclid and Uptown in the background there, a hub for solid restaurants that students can go out and eat in.
Yes, Catherine.
More tour groups behind. You got to wonder what they're thinking, these prospective students. Do they know anything about what's happening? Probably not. They're not
I
students.
feel
Maybe
like
they do.
the tour guides would implement
true,
that.
that's true,
I work
that's
in the
true.
admissions office, and whenever things like this happen, they kind of make it like,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But, it's also a great tradition, so they probably ask questions about it because the quad is never this full
That's
unless,
true.
every single OChem and Chem and Biochem and math class has an exam that day. So
That is true. The quad is energized today.
I'm really energized. I don't know. I haven't been on the quad all
Energized.
semester.
Really?
I'm in my what's it called? Mather quad era
There
right
you
now.
go.
And my Cleveland Hearing and Speech era. So, disconnected from the Glennons and the Strosackers and Rockefellers of the semester.
I guess I still, if we call it the quad, I go there when I announce basketball at Veal. So if I'm announcing
okay.
our basketball games, sometimes if I'm staying on campus, I'll walk through the binary walkway path up to Veal. So
That's fair.
I was there, I guess, earlier this semester for announcing basketball before the season ended.
I was not involved in watching basketball at all
This was a great
semester.
year.
I know.
You should have been involved.
I know. But our boys will be back next semester. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I think it'll be a solid year next year for the team there, which will be exciting. Yeah, great. Case was able to host the first round of the D3 March Madness tournament. I was fortunate enough to be able to announce the round of 32 games at Veal. Real privilege, real honor. Shout out to the athletics team. Shout out to crew basketball for having another great season. Case athletics are just elevating year over year, which is great to see. Baseball also just became UAA champions. Lucky enough to be able to announce that tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. Case baseball really elevating. Man, you should make me the crew sports advocate out here.
No, honestly, the whole
I love
position
it.
for Alex, yo.
Oh, gosh. I love it. So what we're looking at now is my class, if we call it a class. The alumni.
Your group.
My group, yeah. We are a group
Yeah.
that is
yeah.
about...
Jazz
Look
hands.
at this.
Oh,
I like
they
it.
have the
Look
music.
at
This is amazing. Yes,
This is
James.
celebratory.
Let's touch the rock and make it official.
Alumni represent. Great finish here for the alumni. Tons of energy by the class. The alumni final time, 2 hours, 24 minutes. They clocked in about 7 minutes behind the juniors, snagging 5th place. That means secured in 6th place will be the graduate students, which generally is the case for this race. Always a little bit more of a struggle for them, but the thing is, they got involved most recently in 2009. The turnout is still improving every year, becoming more solid. There's definitely a world in which the graduate students, as this continues to grow and expand for that population, will become more engaged, involved, and improve in the race every year.
They're really close.
So yeah, where the grad students are at, if you're wondering, is they're going down to the corner of Euclid and Adelbert. They're going to run through North Residential Village, loop back around, and then we'll be able to complete the race. There have been times in the past where the other 5 classes have finished, and graduate students are still through Little Italy.
Yeah, that's
So-
oftentimes the case.
Yeah, there are
So today-
frequently they are lapped and then some at this point. So this is what when we talk about growth, you can say, oh, they're in last, but last doesn't always mean last, right? This year, what's interesting is every team had their own distinct slot. There was no, 10, 20-second difference for first place like last year, but every team raced well. Again, 3 times this year were better than the winning time last year. The juniors were close behind those top 3, the alumni close behind the juniors, and now the grad students will not be too far behind the alumni either. We're seeing, in a lot of ways, more parity than in years past, which is great to see for the Hudson Relays and bodes well for how close future races are going to be. Granted, of course, this race isn't about necessarily parity in the classes. It's not always about who's going to win, even though obviously you want to represent your class. What it's more so about is bringing everyone together, and regardless of parity or not, the Hudson Relays will continue to represent that and be a place for every student to align and unite. And it, again, culminates Legacy Week. Spring Fest follows it. Legacy Week in a place where all of CWRU history is honored. What's interesting is it used to culminate Spring Day from 1922 to 1940 and Campus Day from 1941 to 71. So Legacy Week is a newer iteration of those two things. It expands it. It's not just a day, it's a week of honoring history. But for a while, the Hudson Relays has always culminated some campus event that honors the legacy of Case Western Reserve University. And nowadays, that is Legacy Week. Class picture for my, or I guess group picture for my group, the alumni. We're not a class.
You know.
By the Rock. This is, again, the 50-year anniversary of the first year the alumni ever won the Hudson Relays. Solid turnout, solid race. Not a win, but still a good showing for the alumni in 2024. So, Io, as we watch the graduate students finish up the race, how has the 2024 Hudson Relays been for you? How has it compared to 2 years ago? How's the experience been?
Honestly, I feel like the stakes were so much higher this year because I had so much faith in my class, but also was really exciting to see the sophomores just rallying for another win. They were actually really, really serious about running it back, which they did, and I'm really proud of them because, you know, in our planning meetings for COC, we've been talking about how everybody wants to get their classes engaged and everybody wants to have their classes come out, and I think we did succeed in doing that. We have all this participation for every class. We've had runners for each leg. People have stepped up to do 2 laps if they need to. People have continued running a lap if there's nobody else to pass the baton on to. So I'm really, I'm proud of us, and I'm proud of the Case Western students that have, you know, dedicated their time to coming out to be here. And I'm just excited to see how Hudson's is going to grow in the coming years, see how it can change, see how it can evolve, anything fun, fresh, funky that they might want to do in upcoming Hudson's. You know, excited for that to come out and see.
I am as well. You know, the Hudson's have always been a staple. Again, we said it a million times. 114-year tradition, oldest one on campus. Now, but as we look forward, the scale has only grown in terms of production, cameras, involvement. I mean, the COC, I mean, you said it, I'll say it for you. I mean, I've seen a bunch of races now, and this was incredible this year. Whether it comes to volunteers, runners, the engagement level was so high. And as we think ahead, I think the question often becomes like, what else can we do? And what more can there be? And I think to a certain extent, like, this is amazing. We don't need there to be more because this is everything we can ask for as a student body. But I am excited to see, because I know there will always be evolution, and of how things continue to grow, improve, and how we can continue to give students and alumni and the whole campus community the best Hudson Relay experience that there can be. This was, I would say, just a wonderful race. I've seen, you know, a few races where it was good, there was involvement, but not at maybe this scale. And then COVID happened. In 2021, there was an abbreviated, shortened race. That broadcast went by in just an instant.
It
flew by. And then 2022, I would say, is when we started to kind of get back to that full race mode. But the whole campus community, I don't think, understood it totally yet because of COVID and then the abbreviated one. 2023, as I think about it, is when I was saying, whoa, there's progress. And I was so impressed last year, and I said it again and again on the broadcast in 23 of the engagement, the number of runners. It felt bigger than ever last year, and this year the ante was upped. So credit to every single person involved. This has been an excellent race. I think the passion from students was also a lot higher than I've seen in years past. We're looking at students choosing to run when they don't have to.
Yeah,
cheering
exactly.
everybody on. I mean, what else can you ask for?
And even people who aren't participating, like watching from the recordings, like seeing people who are just walking about campus, maybe just going to Tink, maybe going to KSL, maybe getting ready to prep for Spring Fest or something. Like, they still stopped to cheer people on. They still stopped to, you know, give a little encouragement and things of the sort. So it's just been really nice.
Here we are looking at the sophomore celebration. The class who has run it back. The class who has set themselves up to be one win away from a burger and beer dinner in 2025. Look at the medals, look at the celebration. The class is happy. They have put the work in and have a well-deserved victory on their hands. 8 minutes better than their winning time last year. Io, How does it feel seeing the junior class? I know it's a lot of people you work with and are close with. Not your class, but still a lot of people that you work with and are close with.
Seeing them win,
Yeah, how does it feel to see them win?
it's really nice, honestly. I know Aranka's been really excited for this Hudson Relays. She's also been on the planning committee, so her being involved in like the setup and the execution of the logistics of today, and also being able to run her lab, I know she feels very fulfilled, very accomplished. Same with Elena, right next to her on the left. That is her MPRO for the sophomore class, and she was also on the planning committee, did a lot of the PR and helped in that. And like I said, they will both be chairing this event next year. So I feel like this is a really good like vibe for them to go off of to start planning for next year. You know, they have a second win under their belt, and they're gonna be the ones putting the event together and trying to get their class to come out. And Aranka has been elected president for her class again, so she will be making another lap next year. So I think it's just a really nice way for her to go about going into Hudson Relays for next year and getting her class to participate. And just raise morale for them, because if they can care this much about Hudson's 114-year tradition, then obviously it can live on longer than 114 years if up till now they're still being this, about it.
That's so true, and I know it's such an important event for the COC, and it means so much to the campus community. Again, I feel like it's only grown every year. I said it earlier, Nobby's Ballpark, there's going to be a baseball doubleheader today. It's now begun.
It's already full, dang.
Yeah, so baseball fans can get a look at the graduate students running in real time.
I feel like there's so much bustling on campus today. There's a lot.
I know.
There's a lot. I'm happy. I love seeing campus live and fun and, active. Makes it very, very nice to walk around. You see different things, see different people, new things and new people. Also, the fact that we have tours going on today.
I know.
There's a lot of people on campus for
It
sure.
is
For sure.
buzzing.
For sure.
There's something infectious about it, isn't there?
It's so nice. Yeah. Like, I know Springfest is about to be packed.
Are you going to be going? A little busy?
Not even busy. We've just had a lot of COC events in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I will go at some point because they have a lot of food trucks, and I signed up for a food slot, and I want to go get some nice food. Maybe stay for one of the band sets or the DJ set or something, and then go study for my finals because
it is finals time. When do they start? How far off are we?
On Thursday, next Thursday.
Yeah, I forget. It is always the next week.
And that's the first day of finals on the 2nd, and I have a final that day at 8 a.m.
Ooh.
So I need to be on top of it. That's what I was doing before we started the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to study for my final.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because, you can't procrastinate too much.
It's true. It's true. That is very, very true.
I think we've seen her run about 2 legs.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to be exhausted if you're the grad students right now. They are closing in on completing the race, but if you're the grad students, just a tiring go. It's if you're running so many legs. But generally there's been pretty good distinction of a lot of different folks this year, a lot of good variety, not too many repeat runners for the grad students.
Thank God. See Gabby, the sophomore class secretary.
Lovely to see everybody gathering.
And honestly, this is jumping on the quad right now.
Yeah, the race is, made. Most teams are completed now, and everyone's still sticking around. I think there's also going to be food there in a minute or two for everybody, which I'm sure is always a draw.
It definitely is. I'll be there after this live stream for sure.
There you go.
That's lunch. It's open to everyone, so
It's true.
Stop by the quad, y'all.
Love it.
If you can make it.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Shout out our runner. She's been so consistent.
So consistent. So consistent.
I wonder what song she's playing right now. Okay, well, she just stopped, so.
That's funny.
That's TC. Well, wow, he's really going. He's off.
Yeah, that's great speed. Celeste Hudak was definitely running a lot of legs there, and it's easy to get tired after. TC Lay making good time. He'll be doing one handoff, and then the team captain will race around to then have all 6 teams complete the 2024 Hudson Relays.
Excited for the team captain's lap. That is Oluwatomininu Adieko, and I actually know her, and she's been so excited about the Hudson Relays for the grad students. She's been asking them to do like group runs so they can all train and kind of like get their pace up. I don't know if that did happen, but I know she's been training for it. I know she's been training for it with the second to last leg, Darren, her and him and Toomey have been trying to get into the groove for Hudson Relays. So
Nice.
I'm glad it worked out like that.
Good time here for the grad students. Good timing. You're going to see TC handed off to Darren soon. Darren has 3 passports. It's his fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking here, which will be our last look at North Residential Village for the 2024 Hudson Relays. It's been active today. There have been close contested laps and legs, but ultimately, here's where the race stands. First place, the sophomores did it again. 2 hours, 5 minutes, beat their time last year considerably. Second place, there's the seniors, 2 hours, 9 minutes. It's about 4 minutes behind the seniors. Third place, the first years, 2 hours, 12 minutes. They started out really strong, lagged behind at the end. I'm going to be interested to see next year if they find more runners. I think if they get more runner variety, they would have a real shot at competing with the sophomores. There was just a lot of fatigue from repeat runners. Fourth place, the juniors, 2 hours, 17 minutes. And then the alumni at fifth and at 2 hours, 24. Coming in sixth will be the graduate students. They're going to have a time that's likely going to be about 10 to 15 minutes, probably more closer to 15 from the alumni. Again, some years it's a lot more significant than that.
And we have Darren coming in hot. I know he's been ready for the Hudsons, but he's definitely, this was the last leg. It's kind of like our case. If there was anybody needed to be contested against, like, he would have been able to close a gap, I think. It's very nice on his end.
It is.
Very nice on his end.
And I said it a few minutes ago, but the grad students really did close out well. There was a time when they were lapped. And essentially, it's about the equivalent of being lapped is about 26 minutes, because it's about 26 minutes per lap. That's the winning pace. But the grad students are only going to finish about 25-ish after the sophomores, so they're going to finish a lot closer than it would have been in other years. There are years where, again, it's a lap and a half or so between them. So it was a strong finish for the grad students this year. It was a good outing, and progress is there. Again, they're the newest team in the race. A lot more can change with more time on their hands. You're getting our last look at Euclid and our last look at Uptown as we near the captain's leg for the graduate students. You're seeing applause from one of our first-year runners there cheering on a grad student. The quad still packed with people.
I'm excited to see the support for the last leg for the graduate students. Do they run together, you think?
I hope so.
I hope so, too. I think so.
All the other classes have, so
exactly.
the precedent has
at
been
least
set.
one person.
All right, I know.
I know Toomey will be excited. Okay, Darren, he's picking it up too. Fun fact, he was actually one of the first graduate students I met. Oh, they're running as
Look
a
at
group.
that.
I knew it.
You did, Carl. Look at all the other classes cheering them on too. The support doesn't end just when you finish your leg. It's always there.
Never.
It's always there. Now, we're looking here to graduate students completing their captain's leg.
And she's going fast.
And to complete the 24 Hudson Relays. You don't have to go fast at this point, but she
Yeah,
is.
but
She's
she
putting the work in.
And she's going further than she needed to because the turn was back there.
That is, it's great to see the effort being put in. Fun fact about her, she has 6 names. Pretty interesting.
She does. She's just
Wow.
like me.
You have 6 names?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's a common thing.
Is
'cause
it?
We're both Nigerian.
Oh,
and
is it
she's
common
Yoruba.
specifically in Nigerian culture?
I feel like it's common in like a lot of like African
Got it.
cultures, but like
Makes
Nigerian too. Yeah, yeah.
What is the name that like you decide to like be like Ayo, for example? Is that like just the first one?
No, my full name is Ayo Shubomi, but people just can't say my
Ah.
full name, so I go by Ayo.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Makes
kind of
things
make it
easier.
easy or something.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Interesting. Nice.
yeah,
Thanks for educating me.
of course. Of course, and we're nearing the end. Oh my God, this feels so surreal. Like it's just, a tear's coming down or something. Like, third Hudson Relays of my life.
Yeah. My 6th now. My 6th announcing, your 2nd announcing.
Doubled mine. Wow.
Oh, man, I know I'm old. Final time here for the graduate students, 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 50 seconds. Congrats to them for a great showing. Excellent race ran for the sophomores. It was your third Hudson Relays, as you said, Io. How has it changed for you over time in terms of what the event has meant to you and your engagement with it?
So my close friend Brianna has always chaired Hudson's, and I've always chaired Snowball. So I've always been on the more participatory side of things for Hudson's. So I kind of just get to sit back and like watch her planning unravel, and it's always been really successful. From every minute details of like getting all the runners to make sure like they know when they're coming, to getting their runner packets out, to coordinating with admin, to coordinating with media vision, and everything that needs to be done in that regards, and like in food and refreshments and everything. I just see it like come together more easily each time, and I'm super proud of the Hudson's committee just because I know how much planning went into this and how successful it looks today. So I know that the fruits of their labor are being ripped.
Really
so I'm
successful.
happy for them.
That's awesome. Since you're in studio, tell us a little bit more about like what goes into making this event happen. Like I feel like it could be helpful to see like what the scale is.
Honestly, so everybody meets every week. There's the meeting for the Hudson's committee each week, and they kind of start off with like getting the path, like if there's going to be any changes to the route. So they talk to the student and activities leadership.
SANL.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give an abbreviation in case people didn't know what it was, but yeah, SANL.
Yeah.
So Mark kind of helps with that first, and then they start reaching out to like Kayla. Obviously they know the date, but like just to confirm everybody's going to be everywhere. And then they kind of we have to get the path marked at the week of. So like on Thursday we had our COC meeting, but instead of the meeting, we kind of walked around campus, and we actually were the ones that flagged the path to doing that. So there's a lot of like actual hands-on activities with it, but there's a lot of like emailing that goes into it, a lot of making PR, a lot of just spreading word by word of mouth, and trying to make sure that people have a lot of active participation in it, ordering the t-shirts, making sure we have slogans. So it's a lot. It's genuinely a lot, but I feel like we make it work. So
That's awesome.
it's been good and successful.
It's very successful. This event is impressive.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. I just want to thank you, Io. I want to thank you for being with me today. The race is concluded. We've seen all 6 teams run. I think you gave awesome perspective on the students, the runners, what goes into the event, the COC side. I've also seen from 2 years ago how much your like involvement's grown and like engagement with the campus, and I feel like it's a pretty distinct evolution and difference from 2 years ago, which is kind of awesome to see and it's made me really happy. So
Thank you.
yeah, no, I mean it. It's awesome. It's amazing to see like how far you've come in the time. I'm excited to see what's next for you. I hope we can do this again next year, or maybe if you want to run,
I
you
hope
can
so,
do
'cause I
that.
don't know about the running part, but I also want to thank you, Alex. Thank you so much for how prepared you are and how excited you always are about this. It really makes it infectious for me. You know, I don't get to be on the field, but the way you actually commentate and the way you talk about it, actually, you know, I feel it in real time. So it's really exciting, and I enjoy working with you.
I really
and how
appreciate it.
meticulous you are about
Oh,
everything.
I appreciate
So,
it. I love
of
it. It's
course.
the best. I love this event. I love the chance to do it. I also want to thank all of you. I want to thank you so much for listening. This Hudson Relays has been epic. We've seen closely contested laps. It has been a tight race. But now here we sit with the sophomores as the champions. They've won back-to-back. They now have a chance to win a burger and beer dinner next year. So that's what you have to tune in for 2025. If they win, they get a burger and beer dinner for the class. If they win again, they will be the first class in 15 years to win 4 in a row for a steak and champagne dinner with the president. That's all I've got for you. Anything else, Io?
Nothing. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and thank you for watching. If you're on campus, make sure to stop by Springfest today, okay?
We will catch you all next year. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed the 2024 Hudson Relays, and have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye, folks.